Previously heard on the Chuck and Bo Show.
So I think it was Saturday. I went to go get something for lunch, right? And I went to a local establishment that has a drive-through, right? I wanted a cheeseburger, right?
Is it a fast food place, or they
Yeah.
just have a to-go lane?
No, I mean it's a drive-through.
It's a drive-through, and you went to get a cheeseburger.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
All right.
And I pull into the drive-through. I order my food. They ask for a name for the order, and I gave them my name.
Mark.
They called you Mark.
No. The guy said, "How's your pops Homer doing?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh man, I haven't heard that one before." And so, I was like, "Well, we're off to a rip-roaring start here." At
Did
this
you say
particular-
clever or something like that?
Yeah, I said, "That's funny." Get to the window, and the total was like $14.94 or something like that, almost $15, not quite 15.
What all did you have in this order?
It was a burger and fries.
That was it?
That was it. I hand the guy a $20 bill, and he takes the $20 bill and is fixing change, or like putting it in the cash register, whatever. And he turns to me and is like, "Do you want your change, or would you like to leave it as a tip?"
Yeah.
And your response was?
$5 and something at
What'd
the
you say?
drive-through. Right?
What'd you say?
I said, "No, I want my change."
Did you say it like that?
I said,
I think you probably did, Chuck.
I was like, I'd like my change, yes, please. And so the guy hands me back his change, or hands me back my change, and then sticks a tip jar out the window. And I'm like, what is?
He
what
wanted
is
his tip.
What is going on here? I'm at the drive-through. This is inappropriate.
The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
Well, right now, Chuck, anybody can go. Like the whole world.
I know.
If you're a college football player, you're up for grabs if you want to be.
It's almost like sometimes you get online. Let me see how much my car's worth. I mean, some of these players, it's like, let me see what I'm worth out there on that open market.
When you do that, you're going to start getting
I
hammered
know.
with texts. Never do that with your health insurance or how much your vehicle.
That's what happens when you enter the transfer
The
portal.
Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
Do you mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "What's heard on the Chuck and Bo
There we
Show?"
go.
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
The word on the street this morning is that Edwards scored 7 points, pulled down a countless number of rebounds last night in his, City League game, whatever it is they do.
City League.
They had 2 undefeated teams squaring off against one another, and Edward led his team to victory. Congratulations, Edward.
Thank you.
Sounds
Thank
like
you.
it was a great night.
It was a gritty win, low-scoring game. We usually play in the 50s, 60s, and this was in the 30s. So
Oh, wow. Sounds like a thriller. I mean, it really does. A lot of zone defenses.
a lot of zone defense.
Yeah.
A lot of bad shots.
Yeah, a lot of
you would
clanking.
expect- what you would expect from the Rogers bronze level rec league.
So it's like, I'm guessing the shooting percentages, low 30s, maybe both
Oh, I
sides.
think it was
maybe in
lower
the
than
20s.
that.
Really?
It's just there's not a lot of fouls called. There's a lot of turnovers. There's a lot of missed threes against zone defenses when you're
Need to get Dutch out.
talking about
Edward was channeling his inner Bart this morning. I walked in. I said, "Edward, how'd you do last night?" He knew the stat line. Bang, just like that. 7. How many rebounds? I lost count. I got so many.
because there was a lot of misses.
Well, it sounds like there were a lot of rebounds to be had.
That's right.
Congratulations.
Thank
so.
you. 4-0.
4-0.
I think we play another 4-0 team next week. I think we're
Wow.
the remaining unbeaten. If the text thread I was looking at this morning.
Big
is
crowd.
correct.
Big crowd.
Actually, yeah.
Really?
Anna and Bennett came for a little bit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Missed my first 2 threes, and so they left. But
Yeah. Well.
hit one right as they.
Yeah, as soon as they got out of there. Well, it always works that way.
It's the nerves.
Always works that way.
Do you guys post pictures or anything
No.
after the game? Team photos?
See, I was looking. I was
No
I was
team
I
account,
was looking
no
last
photos.
night. I was looking for
you
the
gotta have a
story.
team account.
I was looking for the story.
If
But,
this thing
I
keeps
didn't find
going,
it.
you know, like we might come to a game, and Bart might.
I don't think that's super
Bart
necessary.
might. Well, I mean,
Are you afraid we might embarrass you, Edward?
who do you think would have more fun, you or us?
You guys.
Yeah.
100%.
Edward
I would
make
have
a shot all night.
Yeah, I would go 0 for 9.
He got 0 for 9 from the floor. The
We have
guy's guard
signs.
would score 40.
Six turnovers.
Do you think we
We
could
bring
get
the cutout.
We could get it going. Edward,
Bring Bart's
Corin,
cut out.
Edward, Corin.
Edward Corin.
There you go.
There you go. Right
That's
there.
it. Do that one.
it.
Let's not.
That's
Yes, it's
No,
perfect.
let's not.
It is. I'm glad you thought of
the
that,
real
Bo.
the reality of it is Chuck is not going to drive to the depths of Rogers
Oh,
on,
you
a,
don't
on
know.
a Wednesday night.
You
oh,
don't know
I
that.
think I know that.
You don't
I
know
think
that.
I
That was
do.
Tuesday night last
or
night.
Tuesday night, whatever.
You don't
day it
know
is.
that I
Oh, he'll
would.
just plan it around a trip to
That's
Ruth's
a
Chris.
long. That's a long drive.
It
out
is
there.
a long drive, and it's after
mean, it's
dark,
in the
and I don't like to
depths
drive at
of
night.
Rogers.
I won't admit that.
What time? It's in the depths of Rogers.
Well, we play on a different day, different time every week.
Well, what time did you play last night?
6:30.
Yeah, so
See,
Chuck,
that's
Chuck-
okay.
That's the only 6:30 game we have left.
What are the other
Usually
times?
it's either 7:30 and we got a lot of 8:30 tips coming up.
Yeah, we're not coming to the 8:30.
No,
tip.
there's not a chance.
But last night would have been perfect. Chuck would have had dinner at Ruth's Chris and just came right over.
I would have caught the early dinner.
Would have. I mean, we were talking about it
Got the
yesterday.
early
at the
bird
bar,
special.
so
Sit at
Go
the bar.
over, watch a little.
Tell people there's my uncle.
It would
in
have been
the-
like, who's the guy that smells like an old fashioned
That's
rooting
right.
for you?
Yeah, yeah. Who's that
Oh, that's
guy?
my granddad.
Yeah,
Granddad Chuck.
yeah. That's right.
That's Bennett's great granddad.
Well,
Holy cow.
I'm absolutely coming
Yeah.
down,
No
and I
question.
will embarrass you.
No question. Are
What are you doing?
Have you been?
What kind of shot was that?
Yeah, right.
Get that guy out of there.
Get your head in the game.
Yeah.
Come on, Edward.
Get off the floor. Get that guy off the floor. He's
Been
killing
telling you
him.
this your
He's
whole life.
killing him.
Get the ball to the middle of the floor. What are you doing?
I had a bad turnover last night. Just embarrassingly.
Do you analyze your game like when you go to bed? Like
Not
last
really,
night when you were laying there in bed, did you
Sounds
analyze
like
your game?
Sounds like he's been thinking about it ever
No,
since the
I
game
think
ended.
so.
I thought about the turnover. It was bad.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
bad.
that'll
Well,
keep
what
you up
happened?
at night. It'll
Well,
keep you up at night.
I drove in the lane. This humongous guy was standing there, so I threw it back out to nobody, just straight out of bounds.
You looked for the kick out.
nobody.
Nobody was there.
Nobody.
Did you leave your feet?
Yes.
Yeah. See.
Yeah.
Come on, Edward.
Got into no man's
Well,
land
he
there.
slid right over. He's
got
like
up
a
in the
brick
air.
house.
Got up in the air. Well, I mean, you
Hey,
miss
man,
100%
you got to
of
play
the
through the
shots you don't
contact,
take.
dude. You got to play through it.
Throw it up there really high in the air. It might go in.
Maybe.
You know? I mean, it's a better chance than throwing it to
I've been
nobody.
thinking. Yeah, I've been thinking about that turnover.
Yeah.
Give him that.
Well, at
pump
least you
fake.
didn't turn your ankle. I mean, you're here today. You're
That's
healthy,
right.
and everything's good.
That's true.
You think it's going to bother you for a while?
No, not too long.
Are people in your league tampering with other players in the league? Or have you been tampered
Is
with?
anybody getting paid?
Have you been offered
No,
to change
no,
teams?
certainly not.
Any
Paid.
recruiting?
Well, no one's paying you,
portal
but
stuff.
I mean, are the good players getting
That I don't know.
Okay.
That I don't know.
I mean,
don't
if there
think
might
we've-
be some
I have not
under-the-table
seen
stuff.
a pay-worthy player in the league yet. We've had 4 games, but
You guys
Maybe.
are paying them.
yeah.
Matt Jones played in a league in Rogers at one point, like years ago.
Well,
after
he's
he
a real athlete. I'm
came
sure
out of
he
the
played in
NFL.
a much
Well, that's-
better league.
That's what I was thinking. I was just
There's
saying.
divisions.
What would you do if you showed up and Matt was dusting off his game a little bit, and he was on the other team, and
I'm not guarding him.
dunked.
I'm not
Yeah,
going
I'm
to
not
guard that
guarding
guy. Yeah.
Anybody dunking in this league?
No, absolutely.
Oh, that sounds like a good league then.
That sounds like
Absolutely
my
not.
kind of league.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't. It's yet to be seen. We haven't played everybody, but I would.
But no one's
I would
dunked so
assume
far.
no. I would assume no.
It won't be long till you'll be in one of these 5 a.m. games at
It's
the
a
Fayetteville
game.
Athletic Club.
Played below
I don't
the
have
rim.
time.
Pickup
I don't
games.
have time with.
No,
my
I was
job.
about to remind you of that you'd need to be here, by 6.
Yeah.
But hopefully, but
That's
I
not
could see
gonna
you
happen.
coming in here, red, sweating, but you get in a game like that, you're gonna feel like just an absolute hero.
Oh, I love playing. pickup.
55-year-olds out here playing pickup ball, and there's Edward. Who's this young guy trying to sprint up and down the floor?
Well, he would do that to sharpen his game. I mean, he plays in a league. I mean, he's in a league. I mean, they have standards.
How'd you end up in this league to begin with?
Just people I knew from college who I played pickup with over the years. Apparently, they were playing in this league, and without me, and they
Yeah.
said, "Hey, do you want to play in the league this year?"
Is there a
I said,
trophy?
yeah. I have no idea. No idea.
I mean, that'd be
This
my
is
first
my
question.
This is my first year. I'm not
There's
sure.
got to be a trophy.
Wouldn't that be your first question?
You
Hey,
starting
are
your
we
first
playing
year?
for a
Are we
trophy?
Are we playing for anything?
Yeah, I
starter?
started last night.
Okay.
Was that your first start?
No, second.
So they're starting
Are
to
you a
figure out.
spot
you're
starter?
pretty
Do we
good. Yeah.
describe you as
No,
a spot starter?
We had the full lineup there. 11 guys last night.
Wow.
Whoa, 11 guys.
Holy cow.
11 guys.
Yeah.
How many of the 11 guys should be on the team?
I'm not answering. That.
Does everybody get to play? Is it one of those,
Yeah.
you know?
Yes. It is equal minutes kind of deal.
Are you required to play everybody?
Yeah.
Everyone gets to play?
Yep. That's right.
Okay.
That's
All
right.
right.
I mean, you're not required to.
Oh,
by-
okay.
By like league.
I
by,
mean,
like,
is it
league
like a rule?
rules.
You
No,
know, everybody
no.
gets to play. You got to play one
Was
inning.
anybody
No.
upset about their playing time last night?
No, I don't think so.
Anybody get in foul trouble?
No.
Does
No, the
anyone
refs
get a
don't call lot
technical?
of
Let's
fouls.
just let's cut to the chase.
Are there refs?
One
Are
guy
there
on my
temper tantrums?
One
out
guy
there?
on my team was really close to getting
There's a
teed up
there's a
last
ref.
night.
There's one ref.
Two.
They have two refs.
It's a crew. They've got 2 scorekeepers. They've got a score thing, buzzers. I mean, it's organized basketball
Sounds like it. Sounds like it.
to the lowest degree, but
Yeah.
you know.
Well, good for you.
yeah, that's great.
Good for congratulations on the
4-0.
Thank you. 4-0.
What's the name of your team again?
Shooters.
The Shooters.
The
yeah.
Shooters.
The Shooters.
For the undefeated Shooters.
Shot about 8% from 3 last night.
That's
but
all right. You won the game
Yeah.
in the 30s.
So what was the score? What was the final score?
I don't remember.
31
It
to
was
30.
It was mid 30s.
Tight game?
35, 32, something like that.
Oh, a tight game.
Well, the clock runs too. There's no stop clocks until the last 2 minutes of the
That's
fourth
for
quarter.
everybody else's benefit.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and so the game is over very fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's for everybody else's benefit.
playing
That's
5-minute
there.
quarters,
That goes to
or-
the game.
10-minute quarters, I think.
Okay, well, 40 minutes.
Today-
40
maybe not.
minutes
Maybe
of
eight,
hell.
maybe 8 minutes.
That is
Maybe
40
8
minutes of hell right there.
Today is National
In a
Rec League
different
Day.
way.
Tell us about your adult rec league today.
Adult rec
Tell us all
league,
about
yeah.
it. No, please don't. We did want to hear about Edwards, but I don't know if we could hear about many more. If you got a great story, or maybe we should do the show today that everyone really loves to do. Is tell us how good they were in high school.
Oh, the older we get, the better we were.
Yeah.
I mean,
Letterman jacket.
yes.
When you start doing Letterman jacket Friday.
Letterman, back
Yeah. Tell us how good
back
you were.
when I played high school football.
Tell us how good you were. What do you
That's-
remember about your
That's one of my favorite
greatest
things.
achievements in sports?
You know this after years and years of being on talk shows. Any conversation that begins with "I played a little high school football,"
Yeah.
you know that you're.
I'm not saying I'm an expert,
Yeah,
but I've been around the game.
Back
I've
when I
spent
played
time.
high school
Yeah.
football.
Yeah, I coached a 7-on-7 one time. I've been around the game, and that's what
I
tells
know.
you right away that they know. Bart, how was your evening?
Yeah, how was it?
It was fine. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Good story.
Well, I mean, I didn't play basketball like Edward did.
Yeah.
I just kind of.
It's kind of hard to follow up. A
You think
story
you
like
could?
that.
You think you could play basketball in Edwards League?
I need to get back in shape.
Well, you got your health checkup, and at the labs yesterday, and you're
Yeah, how'd
you're
that go?
ordering,
You all
and-
right?
Shape.
You
Yeah.
gonna
What
live?
are you
gonna
finding
live?
out about yourself?
Everything seems pretty good.
Did you eat a big breakfast when you got done?
No, I did get a breakfast sandwich on
Okay,
the, on the
all
way
right. I get it.
afterward.
I got
yeah.
you.
How was that? Hit the spot?
It was fine.
You were hungry?
It was fine. Yeah, it was probably better than it was because I was hungry.
So you're good to go,
I
though?
wouldn't-
Health
I
is
wouldn't get
fine. You know, you're not going to.
No major red flags, nothing like that.
Good deal.
Yeah.
That is great.
That is wonderful news.
Yeah.
Sigh of relief from all of us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday we didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
But you were in a
Kind of
chipper
in a
mood,
daze.
and you're in a chipper mood this morning.
Well, he's
Yeah.
healthy.
I'm healthy.
He's gotten a clean bill of health. He knows he's going to be around a while.
So Bart said he announced to me when he handed the notes off this morning, which I haven't seen yet, but I'm going to look at these. I'm sure I'd
Yeah,
like
I'm
to.
sure
I made a
you
quick
Tell us
glance.
what's in
I
here.
made a quick glance. I did.
Listen. I want you to know how much I do appreciate it. I see that John Sunvold's going to be on the show. Brandon Marcello is going to be on the show. We got a loaded
Carter
8 o'clock
Knox,
hour.
probable for the game
That's
tonight.
in the news.
What's also in the notes.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. It's in the news
yes.
portion.
Yes, right.
Of the notes.
Well,
I was
under-
giving you the interviews.
under the heading.
You went to the news.
Under the heading, things you need to know.
Yeah, I mean that's
There
what
it
else
is right
in
here
there?
in the notes.
What else is in there?
Well, the game
Darius
itself.
Acuff, we knew this, was named SEC Freshman of the Week for the 5th consecutive week. But we need to continue to remind people of that
right.
because it's the first time it's
Yeah.
ever happened
That's
Ever.
right.
in the history.
That's why it's in there.
In the history of the SEC. That's a lot of history.
Mm-hmm.
Arkansas softball has checked in at number 7 in the Softball America preseason poll. That was released Tuesday morning.
Tied
So
for
numbers-
the highest
so
preseason
it's
ranking in
been out for
program
a minute.
history.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Hey, they've got it rolling now. They really do.
Boy, they know how to work that NIL and that portal. I'm just kidding.
They have some transfer portal additions who are going to play a big role. One is a preseason All-American. So
Not counting the girl at Texas Tech that was making $1 million.
Najee Kennedy, yeah.
Yeah, that girl. I call her the $1 million girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
What is the going rate for a softball player?
That's a really tough question to answer.
Yeah, it is.
Because,
It is.
I mean,
I don't read
It's a
about
stumper.
that.
It's a
in the
stumper.
Athletic.
I don't think there's not a lot of reporting.
Yeah,
on
I don't
that,
read about
so,
that in the Athletic or ESPN or CNN.
I mean, there aren't.
Portalnews.com. I don't read about that.
Yeah.
NIL.com. I don't read about that.
There is certainly some money though, but there's not.
We talking
a
like
lot.
25K,
No, I think we're talking more than that.
75,
I think it's probably more than that.
Really?
6-figure. We have 6-figure like softball players running around
Well,
on campus.
Well, I mean, I don't know particularly about here. I just, and generally speaking, if there's one player making $1 million, I think it's safe to assume there are players making 6 figures.
I don't know. It's
I don't know
different.
either.
That girl, I really don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I
I don't know.
I would just be.
You don't know. I don't know. Let's say it together. We don't.
We don't know.
We don't know. It's 6:16. You never know what's going to happen in the first hour of the Chuck and Bo Show. Never miss the first segment. Just think, today you would have missed Edward Corrin. 7 points. We're going with 10-plus rebounds.
14. Let's say 14.
7 points, 14 rebounds, 4 assists.
2
and
of 11
one
from the floor.
horrible turnover.
2 of 11 from the floor.
But the shooters are 4-0.
Yeah.
And they're going on to the next game. It's
a long
6:16. Good morning.
Well, I've got a lot more rhythm than people realize.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Did you know Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas? That means nobody sells more cars, trucks, or SUVs than Chevy of Fayetteville. They've been a part of our community for over 25 years. They're supporters of our local schools and the Razorbacks. And they're the best after the sale. An award-winning service and parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris Mark in Denver and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more. They carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I love a day or weekend at Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark, and members enjoy it all. State-of-the-art practice facilities, food, beverages, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, tennis and pickleball courts, and they can even book you an exclusive fly fishing trip. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. It's Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. It's home away from home. Kids, there's never a good deal good enough with a bad person. Still a bad deal.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
The Chuck and Bo Show on Demand is proudly driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. We've been talking about them for a number of years. The truth is, they've been Northwest Arkansas's premier vehicle dealership for really as long as I can remember. There are lots of reasons for that. Starts with great brands: Honda, Acura, Chevy, Toyota. And then they've got the largest pre-owned selection that you're going to find anywhere. Trusted names. And they're all right here at the Fayetteville Auto Park. But what really separates them is what happens after the sale. You want to know your vehicle can be serviced by people you trust, right where you bought it. And that's exactly what you get at Fayetteville Auto Park. An award-winning service department and an award-winning collision center, all under one roof. It really is your one-stop automobile headquarters. They've been in business for 25 years. That's a long time. Built on trust, relationships, top-tier service. That's how you stay around as long as they have. The Fayetteville Auto Park. Drive with confidence.
Looking for the perfect light beer to kick off the new year? Flight by Yuengling raises the bar for light beers. With just 95 calories, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of a Yuengling, but it's a light beer. Grab a Flight at your favorite store or ask your bartender and take your beer game to new heights. It's perfect for the holidays or watching a game. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
I think I have 1,100 subscriptions. I'm pretty sure. It is so ridiculous.
That guy subscribed to Hulu twice.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
It is 6:21. We mentioned Darius Acuff, 5 straight SEC Freshman of the Week honors.
No, it's very special. Just seeing the list of names that won it 4 times, that was amazing to see, knowing they were coached by Coach Cal. But yeah, it's definitely a blessing to have that. I just want to keep going, keep the season going, and hopefully get more wins.
Hogs play South Carolina tonight at Bud Walton Arena at
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Have you noticed it? I have. Darius, how much more confident he sounds when he speaks than he did even a month ago, 6 weeks ago. That's still that's the best part of watching these kids to me. It's never been how they progress on the field or the floor. It's just watching them grow up. Acuff, he's growing up kind of right before our eyes. And we better enjoy it because it's going to be over in a couple of months, 3 months. And we're watching one of the all-timers here.
Anthony Black's having a great year with Orlando. He's 21. Where are we going to see Darius Acuff in 3 years?
I was reading this about Anthony last night. A couple of nights ago, he goes for 25, 5, and 5, and then he had 3 steals, too. He's really having a breakout year. But what caught my eye was it said the 21-year-old Black. And I'm like, wow, 21 years old. He's going to have his second contract, like at 23, and he's not even going to be into his prime. And he's going to get his second big contract, his third contract overall, by the time he's 27 or 28 years old. And there is still something to be said for the great player coming to college out of high school, playing 1 year, and going to the NBA. Now, we used to talk about that like, oh, that's going to ruin college basketball. Now it's like, well, at least come for 1 year. And it's there's value in doing that. And I know some of these guys, maybe they're not ready for the NBA. Maybe the offer in college is better than what the NBA offer would be. Everybody's got their own situation, and I'm not saying his path is the only path. But this guy, you want to talk about having the world by the short hairs, he's got it. He's 21 years old, and he's just coming into his own, and he made the right decision. He was a young freshman when he came here. Young in terms of age. He was barely 18, I think. And boy, the one and done thing for him was perfect.
Really good player here, even better now, obviously continuing to develop. And that's what Cal talks a lot about, is all the guys that he's had that have played for him that have gone on to that third contract in the NBA. And Black didn't play for Cal, but that's the model for these guys. Cal has so many guys that he had to do that at Kentucky, and he said he's not going to quit doing that here. And so, the chances are you're going to see these guys come play 1 year, a lot of them, and go on and have great careers in the NBA. And Darius Acuff certainly looks like he can be one of those guys.
Oh, he is. Absolutely.
Edward, this is your third contract, right? How's that going for you here with the Chuck and Bo show?
Certainly
third
not as
contract,
good as,
Supermax deal.
Anthony Black
Supermax.
is going to be living when he's my age.
I don't know, man. You got a pretty good life. I mean, he's not playing pickup games anywhere on a random Tuesday night, coming in and hanging out with Chuck and Bo and Bart and talking to the people and making a lot of things happen. He's not. I mean, he's got other things he's doing. But I was just curious.
You think he's the first one in the building?
You're on
your comparison is the thief of joy. So I will not compare.
Wow.
No, that's fair. I was really just asking how you were feeling about your third contract.
Oh, I live a
Hogs
great
plus,
life.
Baylor plus, GM, head of all things, Pinecone Lane Media, just in charge, captain in charge, Captain America. Chuck and Bo show.
I wouldn't go
Captain America.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel great.
Good,
I feel great.
good.
I live a great life.
I didn't mean to put you
I've
on
got
the spot.
No, I mean, we can.
I don't want to get into like a negotiation right here.
I mean, I do a lot around here,
Here
You
we
sure
go.
do.
I do a lot around
You
here.
sure do.
Things you never see.
You sure do. Now, Bart might do more because Bart, he has his hands in a lot.
He does.
He copier,
Bart's
printer.
the Swiss Army knife.
He is.
Got his fingers in several pies.
As Stephen Welsh once said, he is the jack of all spades.
Oh, I don't want to be compared to Stephen Welsh in any way, shape,
there's
or
a
form.
blast.
That's what
from
he
the
said.
past.
He said he's the jack of all spades.
Yeah, I know.
The
I
jack.
know. I was there.
Yeah, that's the one.
I remember.
Yeah. That was a good one.
That was
Yeah.
That was kind of a dark.
Don't nobody
period
ask
there.
me any questions.
That was a dark period. Remember when Pelfrey went undefeated in non-conference play, and they were just killing people. I mean, it was just they were so good.
They beat
had
Texas
those
and Oklahoma.
Yeah, ranked wins.
Yeah, they beat them.
and fans were yelling from the stands at Jeff Long, "Lock him up, give him a new contract." Then they lost 19 straight games.
went
or
2 and 14,
2 and
I
14,
think.
yeah.
That year in the league.
Womp womp.
Yeah,
That was
that was wild.
I remember that that was an exciting time, like that non-conference, those wins over Oklahoma and Texas. People were like, it's happened. Like Razorback basketball is back where it should be.
Pal wore that red blazer.
And then it was very much not.
They were riding high with Courtney Fortson, and then Courtney Fortson was whatever and suspended for the 14 games or whatever it was, and then they were no longer riding high. They weren't.
on, man.
It's true.
Come on.
It's
Hey.
what?
Let me tell you, that was my first year doing basketball. First year traveling with basketball was Pell's last year, and I thought, wow, this basketball is a little different. And
I mean,
turns out
he
his
had it
program was
He had it going, sort of.
It
And
was
then,
by
when
the end.
Fortson
It
went
was
out,
it was in disarray by the end. It really was, and I like Coach Pelfrey a lot. Good guy.
He's been doing fairly well at Tennessee Tech.
Well, he was
place where you
too
can't
young
win.
for that job. He just was. He
Yeah.
was in retrospect, he was too young for that job. He's much more mature now, and I
good guy.
He's a great guy. He's a great guy.
Good coach.
And much better coach than it showed here. But he was just overmatched here. He was not ready for this job. He just was
He
nowhere
was a
close
really
to being ready.
good X and O coach. The bigger part of what you got to manage with this job. Maybe that's what you're talking
Well,
about.
yes, he was overmatched in that area, and I like the guy, and now, all these years that have passed, who knows? But back then, we're looking back on something we all watched. I'm not breaking any news when I say it didn't work out.
His wife's battling cancer, has been for a while.
Yeah.
I see things pop up on that from time to time, and it's an ongoing battle for the Pelfrey family. There's just a flash from the past of Arkansas about Stan Heath. Remember Stan Heath? Remember that? Remember Patrick Beverly?
He's still getting paid
I
something.
ran in the other night. Where were we? Dallas, maybe. Darren Sorensen, who was on Heath's staff, working for the Suns now. Just happened to I just ran into him at halftime. I was leaving the floor, and there he was.
Where's Aronde Taliaferro?
I have no earthly idea. I have no idea.
So Stan the Man is coaching Eastern Michigan.
Stan Heath is coaching Michigan. Eastern Michigan. Had that stint at South Florida after Arkansas.
I'm looking.
You gonna look up Taliaferro?
Well, I'm looking up Eastern Michigan to see how they're doing.
Oh, you want an update on?
Was it South Florida for a while?
Yeah, with the Bulls.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it hasn't been going great.
But well, I mean, it's Eastern Michigan.
But they're 9-9 this year. They do have a win over UMass. They have a win over Cincinnati.
Hey,
so.
It's hard to win at places like that, particularly this day and age.
That's what I was saying about.
It's just hard to win.
That's what I was
there.
saying about Pelfrey. Like a couple years ago, he almost got Tennessee Tech to the NCAA
all about
tournament.
winning your league.
He had him in the conference championship game. They almost won the game. He used to talk all the time. He used to use the word overachieve all the time, and to the point where like you start making fun of him for saying it because he said it all the time. He has overachieved at Tennessee Tech because that is an impossible place to win.
I just realized you're wearing my shoes, Bart.
Well, I mean, these are my shoes.
Are those new?
Yes, they are new.
So
they were a Christmas gift.
They looked really good when I got them, just like that. And then and I got them for working out, and now they don't look anything like that.
Yeah.
So I would just recommend that you not work out in them.
Okay.
But they are workout shoes.
Yeah, I know. That's
Nike
why
Metcons, and you. I don't think that you're going to be doing that though, are you?
Well, working out.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna work out. I mean, I'm not going to CrossFit or anything, but
that's just.
I'm going to be
working
working
out.
out.
Form. That's just another place to do it. You can do it anywhere.
Well, I just mean like I'm not going to be partaking in CrossFit related activities.
But you've got the shoes. In the event you were to decide you wanted to do that,
those are CrossFit shoes.
I mean, well, yeah, but I mean, I can wear them running.
They look great. They look great.
Yeah.
That's a great Christmas. Who got that for you?
My parents.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
By the way, Bart's dad called yesterday because he heard on the show us talking about Bart's, quote, health checkup. And he said, "You okay, son?
Oh,
what's going on?"
He's like, "Is everything okay with your health?"
Yeah.
I know he's listening right now, or maybe not right now. But
well, tell everyone. Tell everyone how healthy you are.
I'm doing just fine. Everything came back great. Couple things a little high, but not out.
Couple things a little high,
but lower than last year.
But lower than last year.
You know.
Well, I mean, what a blessing! Yeah. What a time to celebrate.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? Where do you want to go?
Anybody got a beer?
Yeah, there's one in the fridge. Been in there for a while. Flight by Yuengling. 95 calories. Tastes like a Yuengling, but it's a light beer.
6:30.
Next generation of light beer. Brewed from America's oldest brewery. I mean, somebody's just getting off work at this point. You know, I mean, I don't know. It's different for people.
Different for different folks.
I wouldn't suggest waking up and getting right into it.
No, coffee's great. Coffee's great.
And if you're not going to the game tonight, you're going to watch it on TV, you want to have dinner like before, maybe watch the first half, go to Walk-Ons.
Absolutely.
60-plus televisions at every location.
Ooh, you know what?
Great food, great spot. You'll be around other Razorback fans.
Is that where you're going tonight, Bart?
Well, I started thinking about the menu when Bo said that, and
What are you thinking about?
Maybe like they've got those Boom Boom shrimp tacos.
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah.
I know what Chuck's thinking about right now.
Burgers are good.
What's that?
A breakfast slider.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
man.
those are big league.
You want to call Adam or Steven or Andrew? You want to text one of those dudes right now, don't you? Hey, man.
I hadn't thought about that, but that would be good.
Now I do.
It's only 6:30. I mean, they got plenty of time.
6:33. Good morning.
I am amazed at the number of people who think they're smart.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
If you're having issues with your gutters or drainage around the house, you need to call Hog Trough Gutters. They're locally owned and operated with over 30 years of experience. Seamless gutters made on site, trenching and French drains. Plus, they're fully licensed and insured, and every job comes with a 20-year guarantee. Hog Trough Gutters services all of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. Log on to their website, hoggutters.com, to find out more. That's hog, Gutters.com. Chuck has thoughts. I want to have some coffee and let you guys roll for a while. This is going to be good.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Ryan Silverfield has my attention.
Oh, yeah? Well, okay.
Has my attention.
Okay.
Is this like the seal of approval?
Look at that.
Well,
Are we moving closer to the Bart seal of approval?
The man hasn't coached a game yet here.
Yeah.
But he has your attention.
He has my attention for what he's doing in the transfer portal. You know, when...
Y'all better put him in the Heisman.
Sure. Pay attention.
Look, when you see these initial transfer portal rankings, you expect them to change pretty rapidly over the course of the portal period as some of the big dogs in the sport, get after it and start signing players and everything. But when you look at what Arkansas has done in the portal, they've been hanging around the top 10 this entire time in terms of portal class rankings. 10th right now in the country, according to 24/7 Sports. 11th via On3. They're doing a great job in the portal, but what, at least it appears that way, right? We have no idea how these guys are going to play at Arkansas, right? But it appears that things are going well. Here's what caught my attention yesterday. Maryland transfer corner Lakai Rowland signed with Arkansas. Starter at Maryland, had a good year as the starter at Maryland. They're, you could say their best player in the defensive backfield. That alone is, eye-grabbing. And a starter from a Power 4 conference school. He visited Ohio State, right? And Ohio State fans were really pissed off that they didn't get this guy. And that he came to Arkansas.
At First Security Bank, banking isn't one size fits all. It's personal because everyone's financial journey looks a little different. From managing day-to-day spending, to running a small business, to helping your kids learn more smart money habits, or taking that big step toward buying a home. At First Security, you get the services you expect, the technology you need, and the real support of local people who live here, know the community, and take the time to understand what you're trying to accomplish. Life moves fast, and having a bank that moves with you makes a difference. Whether you prefer stopping by a branch, banking on the app, or picking up the phone to talk with someone who actually knows your name, First Security is there. They offer smart tools like mobile banking, bill pay, and mobile check deposit, along with thoughtful solutions like flex banking for kids, checking built for small businesses, and local mortgage lenders who guide you through the home buying process. Choose the power of personal. Bank better at First Security. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You know, Oaklawn in Hot Springs is where excitement, luxury, and nonstop action come together, all in one unforgettable destination. The Oaklawn Casino Resort features a 24/7 smoke-free casino with more than 1,500 slot machines, plus blackjack, craps, roulette, along with great dining, live entertainment, and energy that goes all night. When it comes time to relax, check into the luxury hotel, enjoy award-winning restaurants like the Bugler, and unwind at the Astral Spa, Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa. And it's the perfect escape with Hot Springs National Park and beautiful scenic lakes just minutes away. And for sports fans, Oaklawn Sportsbook keeps the action going year-round. Bet on football, basketball, baseball, golf, and more. Even international sports with easy deposits and withdrawals, all through America's best sports betting app. Oaklawn is your Hot Springs escape. Plan your visit today at oaklawn.com. The Chuck and Bo Show on Demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park, with full replays available on YouTube and Twitter, or catch up on all 3 hours with a podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search The Chuck and Bo Show. The setup is really screwy right now. It is a cash grab, not just by the players, by the administrators, by everybody. Everybody. And if I was involved in it like that, I'd be grabbing now too.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
That sounds like a guy who wants to say everybody's getting rich but me.
Yeah.
That's the deal right there. Everybody's getting rich but me.
Edward said it yesterday. When we move to this whole transaction world, everybody is looking out for them.
That's right.
Everybody is trying to make a buck. And so, when you go through the drive-thru and they stick the tip jar out there after already asking you if you want a tip, you said no, and then they put the tip jar out there. They're just like, are you sure? Oh, that's also happening.
Yeah. Oh, it is.
That's
well, it's okay if you don't have the money to tip me.
Yeah.
There's like, what are you talking about?
Or just whatever the shame is, whether it's that or something else. It's like there is that guilt thing going on. And we're not talking about like sit down restaurant service, like getting that's something you expect. It's pretty much everywhere now. I mean, if you call American Airlines, I halfway expect them to ask at the end if you want to add a tip to your. Like, when's that coming?
I mean,
what are your thoughts, Bart?
Man.
Yeah. Sorry, caught you napping over there on something else.
No, I don't really know what.
Well, he said everything that could be said yesterday about it.
That's true.
He voiced his displeasure.
He did.
Yesterday.
We've jumped the shark. Tipping culture has jumped the shark.
Yeah, you think so?
Yes, it has.
His dad is an issue.
Well, no. I think it needs to be alive as an issue. I think people need to rebel. And just not you need to know when to give a tip and when to not give a tip.
Yeah. Just say no.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay to say no.
I mean, I always say yes, but you can say no.
In the appropriate situations. Obviously, don't go to a restaurant and have a waiter or waitress and not leave a tip. That's preposterous.
People do that. It's
preposterous.
crazy. People do that. This from the NCAA convention Tuesday, which is happening, where they're having Black Forest ham and croissants and charcuterie
right in the middle of
the
end of the transfer portal.
Black olives and pickles and whatever they have on these spreads. Prime rib. Anyhow, amidst all that, Prosecco. The D1 cabinet is expected to vote today on permitting commercial jersey patches. This will usher in millions in sponsorship dollars to universities and players.
Will it?
That's according to Ross.
For the big
Bellinger.
programs, it will. For the big,
for
the ones that get on TV, it will.
Sure, I just mean are people like. Let's take Arkansas, for example. There are already some logos on the court, right? Are those same people going to pay for logos on the jersey now too? Or
somebody else?
Or will somebody else? That's where I'm getting at.
I happen
really
to think,
more money?
And I realize to a lot of people it looks really garish. Is that the word I'm looking for?
Well, it depends what you're going to say next.
I realize that. And I'm this way. I see some of those patches on things, and I'm like, man, that really doesn't look good. I'm from the school where, Coach Broyle said we're not going to have any advertisements on the outfield wall at Baum Stadium because I don't like the way it looks. It looks garish, gaudy. But I'm telling you, if it was my company and I wanted eyeballs on my name, that's where I'd put it. I mean, look, the Razorbacks play, or go to Louisiana, wherever. When the team is playing and everybody's watching and every player is wearing your patch, there's great value in that, maybe greater value in that than anything else.
Well, I think the patch is the biggest value for someone who has a brand.
Because everyone sees it. Yeah. That's my point.
Yeah, I don't know that the value is as great being on a sign at any game because
I agree with that.
See it a couple
I'm
of times.
talking about the moving parts.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the players.
When you're on TV and you're seeing it on TV all the time, our friend Donnie Hubbard has that H on Cal's jacket.
Yeah.
You see that every game, every time he's wearing it. And here's the thing. The schools have to come up with ways to make more money while also giving something in return. So I'm talking about not just getting donations. So this is another thing
it's
you
gotta
can
be a
sell.
transaction.
This is another thing you can sell where Bart, your burger company, Bart's Burger Company,
Oh, there's an idea.
is paying $250,000 this year. I'm just making up a number. That's probably way underestimating what it will cost. But let's just say you're paying that so that Bart's Burger Joint can be on the jerseys.
Bart's Burger Bar.
BBJ.
Bart's Burger Bar.
Okay, 3 Bs.
Triple B.
Yeah, triple B.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, you got a new company now.
Yeah, how
You
about
got
that?
your marketing plan. You're going to be on jerseys.
What a time to be alive.
But that's supposed to be voted on. That's coming.
That's
We'll
coming.
see that. That's going to happen. SEC Mike, who I has a podcast, the SEC podcast, came out with the. Oh, he's got 87,000 followers on the X machine.
Does anyone
He
not
has
have
a
a podcast?
Yeah. So anybody can have a podcast. Anybody can also have a Twitter account. He ranked the top 16 SEC coaches. You want to hear them in football?
Sure.
All right. Kirby Smart 1.
Sure.
Lane Kiffin 2. Kalen DeBoer 3. Josh Heupel, who may get fired this year, 4. Steve Sarkisian 5. Brent Venables 6. Drink 7th. Mike Elko 8th. Shane Beamer 9. Who have we not gotten to yet? Clark Lee comes in at 10.
Oh, you can't have Shane Beamer ahead of Clark Lee.
Well,
that's
you need to talk to SEC Mike.
Comical.
He's got a podcast.
That's comical.
Well, you should go on his podcast and you should tell him that's comical. John Sumrall has never coached a game in the SEC. He's at 11. Alex Golish at 12. Ryan Silverfield, 13. Pete Golding, who has a playoff win on his resume, comes in at number 14.
That's absurd, man.
He's got a playoff win. He beat the guy
Almost
3
two.
spots ahead of him in John Sumrall in the first round of the playoffs.
He has two playoff wins.
You're right. He has 2. Jeff Lebby, Mississippi State 15, and
That's
Kentucky's
probably
new
fair.
coach, Oregon offensive coordinator Will Stein, bringing up the rear.
So here's my question. Why are Alex Golish and John Sumrall ranked ahead of Ryan Silverfield?
Because
When-
Mike, who has a podcast, said so. It's
Well, it's just
6:40.
his opinion,
It's 6:46. Good morning. Do you have more opinions today? Do you have more things that we haven't gotten to?
Hell yeah, brother.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Looking for the perfect light beer to kick off the new year? Flight by Yingling raises the bar for light beers. With just 95 calories, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of a Yingling, but it's a light beer. Grab a Flight at your favorite store or ask your bartender and take your beer game to new heights. It's perfect for the holidays or watching a game. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag, still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
This is not interesting. It's just interesting to us.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, if you're thinking about buying or selling a home, now more than ever, it's important to partner with a well-trained real estate professional, someone who understands all the ins and outs of the game and makes sense of all the things we read about in the real estate market every day. That's why I've partnered with Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, from the very beginning. And that's why I recommend them to you. I remember the first time I bought a home. I didn't have any idea what was going on. They did, fortunately, and they guided me through the process. They listened, and perhaps that's the most important thing. You want someone on your side of the table who understands your needs and who listens. Now, they've got offices in Northwest Arkansas. They're in Fayetteville and Bentonville. They're in the River Valley as well, in Fort Smith. You hear us talking about their office in Branson. You're going to see their yellow signs all over town, and you can log on to WeichertGriffin.com. Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978.
When it comes to any kind of construction, you need to know and be able to depend on who you're dealing with. When it comes to your roof or a remodel, Teamwork Roofing and Construction builds everything using only the best materials, including Malarkey shingles that perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Your roof is more than just shingles. It protects your home, your business, and everything inside, residential or commercial, simple or complex. Teamwork Roofing and Construction has the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget, treating every job like it's their own. They do what they say, show up when they say they will, and when the job's done, it's like they were never there, except for a brand new roof or a remodel. And they now do cabinetry. Get the customer care and reliability you can count on. Visit teamworkbuilt.com. That's teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Built on quality, powered by teamwork.
The Chuck and Bo Show on Demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park, with full replays available on YouTube and Twitter, or catch up on all 3 hours with a podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search The Chuck and Bo Show.
Can I be honest?
Please do.
I mean, this is me being vulnerable and transparent, which I know you love and are very comfortable with.
I know what's coming.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You never know what's coming in hour one of the Chuck and Bo Show every day.
I need somebody to explain this. You know, the coaches. You know about the Coaches Association meeting yesterday?
The coaches' conventions are happening in San Antonio for college football.
They've passed a recommendation. It's not a rule yet, but it probably will be, that you can play 9 games and still count it as a redshirt year in football. And it's 4 right now. Now, they've been trying to get this 5 years to play 5. You know, you got 5 years to play. And I guess they've been afraid to just, like, go all the way. But 9 games. You can play in 9 games and still get that year back. I just need somebody to explain the logic in that to me. Well, I mean, there's got to be a reason why they did it. I just don't know what it is.
Basically, what's happened is the original movement at the coaches convention was a full 5-for-5 approach. 5 years of playing time in a 5-year window. Basically, you get five years to play 5 years of college football, and that's what you get. That's all. That's what you're going to get. That's all you get. But apparently, a number of coaches were concerned about potential litigation and getting sued for capping time and everything, and so they compromised this with this approach.
So this approach, the benefit to it would be that you can develop players without.
You can basically play a guy a full season, and still redshirt him.
You can,
for the most part.
They can develop. Where now you have to hold them or wait till the last 4 games, or you play them early and then you don't play them because they're not quite ready. This gives you 3/4 of a season to play somebody instead of a quarter of the season. That's the way I see it. Or a third of right now. You play a third, and now you play 2/3.
See, I see it about money, players being able to get paid for a 5th year. That's what, and I think the coaches want them to be able to do that. I don't think you need 9 games to evaluate a guy or develop a guy.
No, but you can develop. Like if you redshirt and you play in 9 games, you're going to be better for playing in those 9 games.
Yeah, that's. I just don't get this. I don't get it.
I'm just telling you that.
Doesn't make. Well, I understand that. I just can't believe that's a winning argument.
I don't know what's going on with college football. Like, what is the actual goal? Like in any of these rules. What is the actual end game that we're going for?
That's why I said I need somebody to explain this one to me. I haven't heard anything yet that makes a lot of sense on it.
Just like everything else, there's so many competing interests. Everybody's just rooting for what's best for them.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like Walk-Ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine, like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites, like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
This fall, don't just pay for a heating tune-up. Make it part of a Paschal membership and get year-round benefits for your home. For as low as $8.99 a month, your annual tune-up is included. Plus, members get exclusive discounts on air, plumbing, and electric services. Don't wait until there's a problem. Protect your home, budget, and peace of mind with Paschal. Visit gopaschal.com to learn more and join today. And Razorback fans, we've got exciting news. Paschal is now proud to be the official air, plumbing, and electric provider of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Hey, it's Bo, and I want to share something that's completely enhanced my day-to-day life. About a year ago, I started telling you about the Sweatnum Edge. Well, over the last several months, here's what's happened for me. My energy level is completely different. My exercise gains have seen a big jump. My mind is clearer, and frankly, life is just more enjoyable. Now, that's my story. What about you? Search the Sweatnum Edge online and get a free evaluation today. It's made a big difference for me, and I know it can for you too. The Sweatnum Edge.
Hey folks, Chuck Barrett here, the voice of the Razorbacks. And if you're ready for freedom from glasses or contacts, there's only one name you need to know: McDonald Eye Associates. Whether it's LASIK, clear lens exchange, or advanced cataract surgery, they've got the solution to help you see your best, no matter your age. Doctors Betts and Mengarelli are the real deal, 2 of the most experienced surgeons anywhere. They've even taken care of my eyes. And now I'm seeing the basketball court crystal clear. I'm so glad I chose McDonald Eye, and you will be too.
For Chuck Barrett, I'm Bo Madden.
Yeah.
Good morning. Hey, kids.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like Walk-Ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine, like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites, like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag, still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
When you're looking for tough, reliable equipment for people you trust, WT Equipment delivers. WT Equipment is a local, family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And they've built their reputation by carrying the brands you know and depend on. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, and Steel, they have the equipment and implements to get the job done right. Whether you're tackling a big job or everyday work, WT Equipment offers a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance, including compact track loaders, skid steers, excavators, and more. Their lots are packed and ready to move with special deals you don't want to miss. Bobcat is the industry leader, tough, reliable, and built to handle any job you throw at it. Nobody does light construction or hay and forage better than WT Equipment. Backed by trusted service and support long after the sale. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment location today or log on to WTEquip.com. Tools you trust and people you know.
Previously heard on the Chuck and Bo Show.
So I think it was Saturday. I went to go get something for lunch, right? And I went to a local establishment that has a drive-through, right? I wanted a cheeseburger, right?
Is it a fast food place or they just have a to-go lane?
No, I mean it's a drive-through.
It's a drive-through, and you went to get a cheeseburger.
Yeah,
okay,
that's right.
All right.
And I pull into the drive-through. I order my food. They ask for a name for the order, and I gave them my name.
Mark. They called you Mark.
No. The guy said, "How's your pops Homer doing?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh man, I haven't heard that one before." So, I was like, "Well, we're off to a rip-roaring start here."
Did you say clever or something like that?
Yeah, I said, "That's funny." Get to the window, and the total was like $14.94 or something like that. Almost $15, not quite $15.
What all did you have in this order?
It was a burger and fries.
That was it?
That was it. I hand the guy a $20 bill, and he takes the $20 bill and is fixing change or like, putting it in the cash register, whatever. And he turns to me and is like, "Do you want your change or would you like to leave it as a tip?"
Yeah.
And your response was?
$5 and something at the drive-through. Right?
What'd you say?
I said, "No, I want my change."
Did you say it like that?
I said,
I think you probably did, Chuck.
I was like, I'd like my change. Yes, please. And so the guy hands me back his change, or hands me back my change, and then sticks a tip jar out the window. And I'm like, what is?
He wanted his tip.
What is going on here? I'm at the drive-through. This is inappropriate.
The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
What would you tell Razorback fans now about where they are positioned to compete in the SEC?
Yeah, the investment that we have committed to make, and it's from the university from the top down, from the system, the board from the top down, it is going to put us in a position where we can compete to win SEC and national championships. I understand how important the success of our football program is to the health of our Department of Athletics, to the health of our university, and to everyone across this state, and we're going to get it right.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "What's heard on the Chuck and Bo Show?"
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Monday night's the national championship game. We've got Razorback basketball twice between now and then.
Yes, we do.
South
Tonight
Carolina?
at 8 o'clock
Yeah.
and Saturday at Georgia.
Kobe Knox is a South Carolina player, Carter's brother.
I'd forgotten about that until the weekend. Somebody brought it up. Yeah, Kobe Knox plays for South Carolina and Carter for Arkansas, and had an older brother that played for Kentucky. And I was thinking about their parents. Man, they watched a lot of basketball games over the years.
Yeah, that's some pretty good basketball.
Yeah, yeah. And so they're going to play one another tonight.
Ty Simpson, the Alabama quarterback, by the way, had a $6.5 million offer, according to multiple reports, to go to Miami to be the quarterback of the Hurricanes next year. And he said, "No, I'm going to go to the NFL. I'm going to go to the NFL draft." So he turned down the money. Think about what I'm saying. I'm saying this out loud. He turned down the money to go to the NFL.
Yeah. He turned down $6.5 million so he could go pro.
He turned down the money.
It's unbelievable.
Good for him.
To go to the NFL.
Long term, but looking beyond the immediate, that may very well be a wise decision on his part. We were talking about Anthony Black a little bit earlier. How much money could he have commanded if he decided, I'm going to be a college basketball player for 2 or 3 years? I mean, these guys could command big money, but in the long run, you might be better off going pro.
Well, let's think about this for a second. How backwards is it when you are turning down promotions to make more money? And now Ty Simpson didn't do that, but a lot of people are. When you can make more money in college than you can in the NFL, that seems like contradictory to what we've always thought of advancing, climbing ladders, furthering your career, growth and development.
The question, though, for a guy like Ty Simpson is he good enough to be a pro? Like, for example, Carson Beck made, $4 million this year at Miami? I know he's going to get drafted, and he's probably going to be paid some money, but I have to be honest. When I watch him, I don't see starting NFL quarterback. I mean, I see a really good college quarterback. I don't see a guy that's going to play in the NFL. I may be wrong.
Well,
I don't see that in Ty Simpson either.
If you can't,
so I don't know if this is good or not.
Well,
it may be good.
I'm not talking about Ty Simpson. I'm talking about, why are college players making more than NFL players if that's the best there is in all of football?
Because there's a cap. And in college, there's no one to save us from ourselves. There's no rules. There's no structure. It's just like whatever you're willing to do.
That's crazy. That's
what I'm pointing out. And there is no shame.
That's what I'm pointing out about it. It's nuts. It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm all for players getting paid, but how can it be more valuable to be a college football player than to be an NFL player? How can we not use some sort of correction and use that as a barometer? Doesn't that make sense? Doesn't it make sense that you would have to be in the NFL to make the most money that you're ever going to make in your life playing football? Not in college. You'd have to be in the NFL.
I think maybe the area where we all got fooled, maybe I did. Maybe I should just speak for myself. I thought people would still spend money sensibly. I thought there'd be a lot of money changing hands. I thought players would get paid a very handsome sum. But I thought it would be halfway sensible. It's not sensible now. It's just nuts. People are throwing huge amounts of money at college programs, and it's in some, people have different reasons for doing it. Some people are, they genuinely want to help their program. They genuinely do. Others, they just want to show off a little bit. Others have different reasons. I mean, it's nuts.
So let's ask the question then. If you're a Razorback fan, do you want your people to be nuts? Do you want your other fans,
to be a little
your donors?
Crazier.
Yeah. Do you want your athletic department?
Not crazy enough
you want them to
yet.
be irresponsible? Do you want them to be crazy? Do you want them to be absolutely bonkers in how they're spending their money on their football program? Or do you want them to be responsible? I know the answer is you want to win, but that's what drives all of this. That's why people are irresponsible, what I'm calling irresponsible, And I just told you the way I'm viewing it is you should make the most money playing football in the NFL, not in college.
I know.
And so the contracts in college should be just slightly under whatever,
right.
that
That's
first
right.
contract's going to be in the NFL at a certain level. But the idea that you're making, $6.5 million in college, we've been over this before. That won't even cover the entire contract of some of these first-round rookies.
My brain,
or not necessarily first round, but some of these rookies.
My brain tells me this will settle. We're all, this is still in its infancy. My brain tells me over 5 or 10 years this will settle. That people are going to figure out, they're going to finally ask themselves, what exactly am I paying for here? But it hasn't happened yet. And I can't sit here and tell you when I think it's going to. Just my brain tells me eventually it's got to. But I have to admit, I see no signs of that because there's no one to save us from ourselves. There's just not.
Well, when you can have something because you have the money and that's what you want and that's what people do. And then because we're in a competitive environment, other people are then going to do it and then somebody else is going to do it and somebody else is going to do it. And here we go. I'm looking at Arkansas's portal class and I'm thinking, this is probably what I expected. There's all these guys in the portal that haven't signed yet. Like there were these big quarterbacks, some of these, rush ends, some of these guys that'll probably be really good in college next year, and they haven't signed yet. They haven't committed anywhere yet. They're driving the price to whatever it's going to end up being. And according to like the guys that cover recruiting, I don't see Arkansas in the mix for any of these cats.
Well, just because a school has more money doesn't mean other schools don't have more money too. That's the thing that I see in college sports right now. Yeah, the money keeps going up everywhere. Everybody's got more money. But in terms of your percentages, who's got the highest percentage, who's got the most, how much difference is there between the top and the bottom? I don't know that there's really that much difference. Still, I realize there are going to be programs that jump up, and that has something to do with it. But I think the portal has more to do with it, really, than even how much money's being spent.
All right, what do we think is going to happen here?
I don't know.
Over the next 3 to 5 years, over the next 2 years, I don't know how long a period, but let's just say if we're looking at 5 years from now, let's say we've got high school freshmen right now. What do we think is going to happen in 5 years in college football? What are the biggest things that are going to happen? Is this going to get reined in? Or are we going to have a $10 million player?
Well, it sounds laughable now.
I'm laughing because I tend to think the answer is probably yes, and that's just
without a rule in place to stop it. It's going to happen.
The dumbest single thing I've ever heard.
What? 6.5 wasn't?
Yeah.
No, I know it's already stupid.
That's $7 million.
It's already
a
stupid.
$4 million quarterback who's won nothing
these people
in college.
are stupid. These people are stupid.
I don't think you said it with enough emphasis.
These people, Chuck.
Who are these people?
Are stupid.
Who are the people that are stupid?
Where would you like the list to begin?
This is where we get going.
Where would you like the list to begin?
Are the people writing the biggest checks
stupid?
Are they
throwing money away?
Are they throwing money away?
Yes.
Some are, some aren't. That's my honest view on it.
The only ones
are
who
not.
are not throwing money away are the ones who are winning a national championship.
Well,
one of those
but even them, what are they getting? Besides just the personal satisfaction of knowing you couldn't have done it without me.
In their eyes, they're
the reason.
In their eyes,
that's the reason they do it.
These people are stupid, man. The people who enable this to happen are stupid.
This segment is called Stupid.
Yeah. Who else would you like me to call stupid?
Who's stupid?
Who else would you
Bart?
like me to call stupid?
So if we're going on Bart's analysis, Chuck, this is never going to end because people are stupid.
Well, I'm not saying he's completely wrong. I don't know. I didn't say, you were totally right either.
No, I'll take what I can get.
But there's craziness involved. There's stupidity involved. There's no doubt. Lots of money too. But that's why I say, my brain tells me there will be a settling at some point. But if you're going to ask me when that's going to be or what's going to spark it, I have no idea.
I just wonder, to me, the fun part, I guess, of the conversation sometimes is talking about things that none of us really know the answer to. And so I'm just like, let's have the conversation about where we're going here and where it ends up and how it all levels out, or does it, or what kind of system we're going to be in 2, 3, 4, 5 years, because we're seeing every year. By the way, it's not just jumping from $500,000. It's not jumping in $500,000 increments. It's not jumping in $500,000 increments. It's jumping in like $2 and $3 million increments. Like, we're $2.5 million from having a $9-10 million player in college football.
Well, it will happen unless there's a rule in place to stop it from happening. At some point, it will happen. Yes,
right. And you're setting these athletes up to fail in a lot of ways. Just from like a basic human level, you're setting them up to fail.
Off the field.
Yes, and on the field.
Both.
If they don't live up to the how's anybody living up to a $6 million a year 1-year deal in college athletics?
When half the pros go broke, it's naive to think that at least half the college players won't go broke.
It's more than half.
You know who lives up to that? Like maybe one guy a generation. Maybe one guy a generation. Arkansas's had one of those guys in the history of their football program. One guy who you could say was worth that kind of money to the football program in the history
Clint
of
Sterner?
Arkansas football.
Mitch Mustang?
Darren McFadden.
Gus Malzahn?
I saw
Darren
where
McFadden.
somebody said
Like,
Cam Newton would have commanded $10 million had he been on the open market today. If Cam Newton was out there,
generational player.
He didn't get that much.
No,
he got something.
He got something.
Yeah.
But like this is there's also like a stark.
Can we go back and do that? I'm sorry. Can we go back and do that? Can we now talk about all the players that did get paid before this was happening?
I think they all need to confess, too.
Can we do that? Statute of limitations?
Somebody
Can we just tell that story now? Because back then we wondered, or we thought, or we thought we knew. Like, can we go back and just maybe that would cleanse some of this for me? Like, it would make me feel a little bit better. But like, let's do that story. Cam, how much did you get? Let's just come on. I mean, Ed Orgeron's pretty much said.
Yeah.
Look, Charles Barkley. How many times has Barkley talked about getting paid? And if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. I mean, this is kind of what I thought this was going to be. That all this under the table money
would just
would be above board.
Yeah.
That you wouldn't have to hide when you tried to help a player.
Yeah.
That if a player's, if say a player's grandmother died, you could pay for the funeral and nobody would say anything about it. Before you did that, the kid couldn't play anymore. It was ridiculous. But as is always the case in college sports, we go from one ridiculous end of the spectrum to the other ridiculous end of the spectrum, and we can't stop in between.
Outrunning the rules.
No, that's right.
Yeah, or figuring out a way to win because they can get a competitive advantage doing it that way. Hey, when it comes to your roof, you want to win, and you can do that every time. You don't want to lose. When it comes to a remodel, a reconstruction project, you know how difficult, if you've dealt in this world, it can be getting things done on time and on budget. And that's what Teamwork Roofing and Construction will do for you every time. Teamworkbuilt.com. You can look at some of the work they've done. That's their website. You can get a quote there. Certified crews, licensed crews, certified materials, only the best materials, whatever the job is, that's what they're using. Find out, again, more at teamworkbuilt.com because Teamwork Roofing and Construction is built on quality and powered by Teamwork. 7/17 Wednesday morning. I didn't know what Bart had on his mind this morning.
He's got a lot of thoughts today, and you people are going to listen to every one of them.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag is still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
There's simply not a better shopping experience than Macadoodles. Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Whether you're stocking up for a party, updating your bar, or just grabbing your favorites, Roger and the team are always there to help. Make the smart choice. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
He's Chuck Barrett.
He's Bo Mattingly.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
The Chuck and Bo Show on Demand is proudly driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. We've been talking about them for a number of years. The truth is, they've been Northwest Arkansas's premier vehicle dealership for really as long as I can remember. There are lots of reasons for that. Starts with great brands: Honda, Acura, Chevy, Toyota. And then they've got the largest pre-owned selection that you're going to find anywhere. Trusted names. And they're all right here at the Fayetteville Auto Park. But what really separates them is what happens after the sale. You want to know your vehicle can be serviced by people you trust, right where you bought it. And that's exactly what you get at Fayetteville Auto Park. An award-winning service department and an award-winning collision center, all under one roof. It really is your one-stop automobile headquarters. They've been in business for 25 years. That's a long time. Built on trust, relationships, top-tier service. That's how you stay around as long as they have. The Fayetteville Auto Park. Drive with confidence.
Looking for the perfect light beer to kick off the new year? Flight by Yingling raises the bar for light beers. With just 95 calories, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of a Yingling, but it's a light beer. Grab a Flight at your favorite store or ask your bartender and take your beer game to new heights. It's perfect for the holidays or watching a game. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer.
High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
I can't figure out if Chuck's playing a role here, or this is how he feels, or if he cares at all.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
It is 7:21. We are going to open the phone lines here. It's we do this once a year. It's Ask Edward Anything. We do it every January 14th. It's one segment. It's fleeting, so you better get in now if you want to do it. 877-377-6963. Ask Edward Anything. He had 7 points, 14 rebounds,
0
turnover,
assists. 0
assist. Shot 13% from the field, but
his team
they
won. They won.
They won. It was a war of attrition. And you want to ask about that or anything else? Edward, I'm going to start, okay? I'll start. I'll open the segment with my question.
Okay.
Where are we headed in college, major college athletics? Where are we headed?
I'm the wrong person to ask for that.
Well, it's yours,
I don't know.
But this is the Ask Edward.
More greed, more lawsuits. It's just going to get worse from here, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Just more of what we've been doing.
And follow-up question?
My best guess. Nobody really knows what's going to happen tomorrow.
Right. We really don't. That's actually very true. I know that's just a figure of speech in some cases, but
the sun could explode. Who knows?
I'm not on that level with it.
Anything could happen.
I'm not on that level with it. But we really do not reasonably, rationally, logically know what conclusion this is all going to arrive at or end with. Follow-up question.
Okay.
Are you enjoying college athletics?
Not as much as I used to.
What's changed?
Everything has changed.
It's got to
Everything
be here
we
at
talk
4
about
o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
that's
too.
That's changed. That's changed a lot.
That's where I pinpoint the changes.
Damn football.
September 2024.
At the risk of taking the segment hostage, I mean, you okay with doing mornings?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
I mean, I don't really have a choice.
Well, you do. I
Not
mean,
really.
Life's about choices. Well, the thing is I don't want you to have another choice and you take it. That's why I'm asking.
Well, no other choices
you okay?
right now. Yeah.
Oh
I'm fine.
gosh, dang. He's putting himself out there.
Well, he's keeping his options open.
Christmas, man.
He's letting people
Gosh.
know.
No, the mornings are good. The mornings are good.
But if someone approached you out of the portal and said, "Hey, man, same money afternoons,"
no, it would have to be a very
more money.
It would have to be a very
more
lucrative
money
deal.
afternoons.
But you would leave for a lucrative deal. We'd go across the street.
Everybody's got a number.
Well, what's yours?
So while we're sitting here ripping college
Everybody's
athletics,
got a number.
Edward's like, I'm on the market, man. Come and get me.
I've entered the portal.
Come and get me.
Everybody else in the world's doing it. Why can't I?
Everybody else in the world is doing it. Why can't I? Is what is driving college athletics.
That's right. I give up. I give in. The man wins. Congrats.
Give me the man
The
wins.
man.
Give me the money. All right, well, take it around the room. I mean, I'll keep asking questions. I can do a full-on interview here. I can do a hog pod with Edward right now.
Speaking of rich people, what about the Chiefs? I mean, are you going to have to ask for a
about 'em?
raise so you can afford to go to a game? I mean, you're always talking about how
It'll never happen again.
Really, you'll never go
No,
again.
after 2030, when the billionaire playground is complete,
it's over,
and Andy Reid is gone, and Patrick Mahomes is old, and the team
Yeah,
looks totally
it's
different.
coming.
I mean,
It's coming.
everything is going to be different, and it's going to cost $600 to sit in the top row. So
you're out.
That doesn't interest me.
So sorry, Chuck. Even if I could have some of your time.
Sure.
Even
I will cede my time to the gentleman to my left.
Wow, I appreciate that. I don't remember the last time I was called a gentleman. That's heartwarming.
Well, it's from the heart.
So even if we got tickets for you,
Oh, well, I'd go.
Would you
if
go?
I got free. Well, duh.
well, I just didn't know if you were so turned off by the billionaire playground.
No, I'd
as
go
you
to
called
any
it.
professional sporting event.
If
within
your
reason,
ship
if I had
comes
free
in
tickets.
between now and 2030, so to speak, if your ship comes in,
I thought you said something else.
if you get it all together by 2030, and
if you get your ship together,
if your ship is together when you're in 2030, would you in fact buy those season tickets and go watch the Chiefs play every game?
No.
You are lying. You are absolutely lying. If your ship comes in between now and then and you're loaded.
I don't know what that means.
You're
My
loaded.
ship comes in.
You're loaded.
I don't have a boat.
You're loaded. It's 2030.
Okay.
You're loaded.
If I'm okay, well,
Everything's
yeah,
come
sure.
together.
If it's
Everything's
pocket
come
change,
together
yeah,
for you.
Sure. Yes. Absolutely.
Okay.
But I'm speaking
So you're
as
not
someone.
really principally opposed to it. You still have the money to go right now.
They're
That's
phasing.
right.
They're phasing.
Okay, it's already very. It's pretty expensive to take 3 people to a NFL game.
Oh,
as is.
you don't see
And
me
so-
there.
Or a college game.
You
and
don't
so
see me there.
Yeah, or a college game, and so I can't imagine what it's going to be like for a family to go to a Chiefs
Yeah.
game once that.
What if you
stadium is
just
done.
told? What if you just told? Hannah and Bennett, like, hey, I'm going to the Chiefs game.
Hey,
I don't know if that was
Sunday morning. I'm going to get him drive to Kansas
Me and
City.
a buddy, he's paying for his own ticket.
I don't think that would.
Yeah, that's not.
I
yeah,
wouldn't want to go
it's
with
not-
that.
Well,
now
since
I
you're just
understand.
paying
I'm
for
playing.
yours, you can sit down there.
They're
and
the
feel
wind.
level.
They're the wind beneath my wings.
Yeah. Oh well, that is just touching. That is, and true. I believe that to be true. Bart, over to you. We do it once a year. Ask Edward anything. It's his segment. Fire away.
What are we going to do about the 0 assists in basketball? Was that more of a side product of people not making shots?
That was just a lot of people, myself included.
Were you getting guys into good position?
So what you're saying is nobody can shoot. Your teammates are
A lot of
not
guys
good
missed
shooters.
open looks that you created.
No,
Why
I
don't you
didn't
just
say
take it
that.
to the rack then? Don't even pass it.
Me?
Yeah.
It's against the zone. You watch a lot of
playing
basketball.
zone defenses in rec leagues?
Yes, that's why it was such a low.
It was a
we
tight
were playing a
zone.
zone too.
They were packed in. They're packed
They
in.
were.
We didn't have a lot of
2-3
freedom of
zone.
movement out there.
It was I believe they were
1-3-1.
playing a 2-1-2.
the old traditional
2-1-2.
2-1-2.
Just wait. Next game, they're going to play a boxing one on you.
Yeah, that's right.
If anybody starts breaking out a 1-3-1,
We got to take Edward out
you
of
have
his
my
game.
attention.
We gotta take Edward out of
Anytime
his game.
teams play man against us, we score.
Where's
at
your
ease.
spot in the zone? Where are you?
I ball handle up top.
Okay.
Yeah, drive
All
and
right.
kick.
I mean, on the defensive end when you guys go
Up top
zone.
as
Are
well,
you? Okay. All right.
I'm smaller compared to a lot of the people there.
I got you.
I have a vision in my head right now. I can see it. What's your number?
Do you have your hands
One.
up? Like when you're playing defense, keep your hands up.
Yeah.
Did you choose
I
get in
mean,
a good
I
stance?
don't stand there like
you get
an
in a good
elementary
stance.
kid.
Do you get in a good stance?
Yeah,
Do you?
Do you call
I
a
slide my
play
feet.
when you're bringing the ball up? Do you
No,
call a
we
play?
We don't have set plays. But
mean-
I communicate on defense. You know.
Hey, they're in a zone.
Hey, look for me. Hey, I'm open.
Hey, I'm open over here.
You clap your hands. Right here. Yo, come on. Ball.
No.
Gosh dang,
There's
do
none of
people do that to you? Man, I was open. I'm sitting over here.
no,
I'm
we-
open.
we got
You're like,
pretty good
yeah, you've been
chemistry.
open the whole game and you missed the last 8 shots.
No.
That's why I quit coming to you.
No,
Do you do
there's-
that?
There's none of that.
Good team chemistry.
Good team chemistry.
Good culture.
Good level-headed team. Yeah, good.
other
culture.
than the guy who almost got the technical foul.
Well, that wasn't towards any of us.
Can
obviously.
I make a recommendation as
Sure.
we conclude the segment? Ask
Go ahead.
Edward anything. It'll be the one time we do it this year. We got it out of the way in January. We'll be back next January. So between now and then,
At some point.
Zero questions on the text line, by the way. So I'm not sure why.
just
why we did
well,
this.
I'll tell you why, because I wanted to.
Okay.
So just so you know, like a year from now, like right now, doggone it, that's right. First Security Bank, you could start a savings account, maybe a money market thing. Where might you be in 1 year towards your Chiefs season tickets? And then think about between now and when they open the stadium in these years that are going to go by. If you go to First Security Bank and you walk in there, one of their convenient locations, and you say, hey, what's, $10 get me today? Well, I'm going to put, who knows? You could
You might be able to buy a ticket.
You might be able to buy
one of us a ticket.
That's right.
a ticket.
We all might go to a game.
Top
in 15
row end
years.
zone.
Personal, professional, like business accounts, home loans, whatever it is that you need from a banking standpoint, log on to fsbank.com and learn more about how they're helping people bank better every single day. First Security Bank, all over the great state of Arkansas, with Arkansans helping Arkansans every day. fsbank.com. First Security Bank, member FDIC. Did you say we had a question?
We did get a
Is
question.
it worth talking about? Is it worth asking?
I think it's yeah, I do.
Okay,
I
well,
do.
please
Bring it to the table.
bring it.
This is from Seth and Rogers. Edward, if you could wear an advertisement on your jersey, what would it be for?
That's a good question.
Who would your
do I
sponsor
get
be?
like sponsor benefits as well?
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
sure,
another
you know.
opportunity for you to raise money for Chiefs tickets.
That's what we ought to do.
Edward's NIL deal.
We got to get Edward an NIL
We can
deal.
do that.
We could.
We can make that happen.
Have Edward look like a NASCAR driver over there.
Yeah, at his basketball.
Got-
At his
Jeff
basketball
Gordon
games.
over here.
That'd be great. You need to think about that a little
Any
bit. or-
sponsor? Yeah, I don't know. I got some kind of initial thoughts, but
What
What would
just-
that
what's
be?
that?
We're just spitballing.
well, some kind of camera company, Sony, maybe Sony.
That
Get me
sounds
some new
fun.
equipment.
Yeah. Well, you're a
Maybe
party
Diet
guy,
Coke.
man.
Maybe
Party
Coke.
guy.
Diet Coke. Diet Coke would be
That's a good
good.
one.
Maybe if I'm thinking about the
They have an
team,
office up
if I'm
here.
thinking about the team here, maybe a coffee or breakfast sponsor, where the patch comes with daily breakfast
Yeah.
benefits.
scan the QR code.
Yeah.
And get 15% off.
Something like that.
I watched it.
What about
promo
Brahms?
code I watched Edwards.
I don't know about Brahms. I don't know how long I'd be playing pickup basketball if we had a daily Brahms sponsor.
It's 7:32. It's Wednesday morning. The Hogs play tonight at 8.
Hold on, guys. I'm on the Chuck and Bo Show. Hold on.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Did you know Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas? That means nobody sells more cars, trucks, or SUVs than Chevy of Fayetteville. They've been a part of our community for over 25 years. They're supporters of our local schools and the Razorbacks. And they're the best after the sale. An award-winning service and parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris Mark in Denver and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time Hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more. They carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today.
Chuck, you've been around a while, and look, I don't mean that ugly, and Bo, you've been around not as long as Chuck.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Ryan Silverfield has my attention.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay.
Has my attention.
Okay.
Is this like the seal of approval?
Look at that.
Well,
Are we moving closer to the Bart seal of approval?
The man hasn't coached a game yet here.
Yeah.
But
he has your attention.
He has my attention for what he's doing in the transfer portal. You know, when
y'all better put him in the Heisman.
Sure.
Pay attention.
Look, when you see these initial transfer portal rankings, you expect them to change pretty rapidly over the course of the portal period as some of the big dogs in the sport, get after it and start signing players and everything. But when you look at what Arkansas has done in the portal, they've been hanging around the top 10 this entire time in terms of portal class rankings. 10th right now in the country, according to 24/7 Sports. 11th via On3. They're doing a great job in the portal, but what, at least it appears that way, right? We have no idea how these guys are going to play at Arkansas, right? But it appears that things are going well. Here's what caught my attention yesterday. Maryland transfer corner Lakai Rowland signed with Arkansas. Starter at Maryland, had a good year as the starter at Maryland. They're, you could say their best player in the defensive backfield. That alone is, eye-grabbing. And a starter from a Power 4 conference school. He visited Ohio State, right? And Ohio State fans were really pissed off that they didn't get this guy. And that he came to Arkansas.
At First Security Bank, banking isn't one size fits all. It's personal because everyone's financial journey looks a little different. From managing day-to-day spending, to running a small business, to helping your kids learn more smart money habits, or taking that big step toward buying a home. At First Security, you get the services you expect, the technology you need, and the real support of local people who live here, know the community, and take the time to understand what you're trying to accomplish. Life moves fast, and having a bank that moves with you makes a difference. Whether you prefer stopping by a branch, banking on the app, or picking up the phone to talk with someone who actually knows your name, First Security is there. They offer smart tools like mobile banking, bill pay, and mobile check deposit, along with thoughtful solutions like flex banking for kids, checking built for small businesses, and local mortgage lenders who guide you through the home buying process. Choose the power of personal. Bank better at First Security. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You know, Oaklawn in Hot Springs is where excitement, luxury, and nonstop action come together, all in one unforgettable destination. The Oaklawn Casino Resort features a 24/7 smoke-free casino with more than 1,500 slot machines, plus blackjack, craps, roulette, along with great dining, live entertainment, and energy that goes all night. When it comes time to relax, check into the luxury hotel. Enjoy award-winning restaurants like the beautiful Bugler and unwind at the Astral Spa, Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa. And it's the perfect escape with Hot Springs National Park and beautiful scenic lakes just minutes away. And for sports fans, Oaklawn Sportsbook keeps the action going year-round. Bet on football, basketball, baseball, golf, and more. Even international sports with easy deposits and withdrawals, all through America's best sports betting app. Oaklawn is your Hot Springs escape. Plan your visit today at oaklawn.com. The Chuck and Bo Show on Demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park, with full replays available on YouTube and Twitter, or catch up on all 3 hours with a podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search The Chuck and Bo Show. My biorhythms were like screaming over the weekend. I'm not going to lie to you. I felt it the minute I walked into the casino Thursday night. I knew it was going to be well. I knew things were going to go well. I could feel it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Yeah.
8 o'clock, John Sunbold, SEC Network. He's one of my favorite guys out there on the, run into on the road and shoot the breeze with for a little bit. I'm old enough to remember when he played, and he likes that.
I'm old enough to remember when he played for the Miami Heat.
Yeah, I remember when he played in Barnhill Arena for Mizzou.
Yeah.
That's a long
Shooter.
time ago.
He was a shooter.
I didn't know he played for the Heat.
3-point specialist.
Yeah.
John Sunvolt. And he does a good job calling
games. He really
games.
does. He knows the game inside out. He knows more about basketball than a lot of those other guys put together.
I continue to be amazed at some of who those guys are. Like when I'm watching games and I hear, like, maybe it's the same ones. Maybe I'm hearing the same ones, and I just don't understand what they're doing sometimes, which, whatever. Yeah. But he's one of the good ones. Bart, I noticed that well, let me go here first. Richard Davenport reported that Hank Hendricks, the Fayetteville quarterback, has indeed, we asked him about it yesterday, and he said this is where it seemed to be headed. But I guess Hank Hendricks has officially committed to Arkansas and is reclassifying to the class of 26. So he's the 19th player that Arkansas will bring in as a freshman in this class, the one they just signed. And he will join the team in May and will forego his senior year of high school. Now, this is where we might be going next.
Well, it's fairly common already. We've just not seen it to this extent in our own backyard.
It's happened. I wouldn't say, to your point, I wouldn't say it's real common, but I think it might be becoming more common because it makes sense. If you're looking to make money, as an example, or you're wanting to get going in your development as a college player, that players would take money to go to college instead of playing their senior year in high school. This is my quandary or my confusion with what's happening in college to the NFL, because we used to say, yeah, that guy's going to forego his senior year so he can go to the NFL. And we're like, oh, get it. Okay, he's going to go get paid. He's going to make money. He's going to. Well, now it's like, how many more years can I play in college because I'm making more money in college than I would in the NFL?
We're gonna have a 10th year senior before too long.
But I do think now, just going back to high school, I think we could end up seeing more of this.
Well, we've
a lot more.
We've seen more position players than you might think. We've not seen as many glamour guys do this, reclassify the way this is. I'll tell you why, and I've thought about this, and I know there's some hard feelings over this. I mean, this kind of exploded over the weekend, but that's the most important position on the field. I think we can all agree with that. He's got a plan for now, and he's got a plan for later with that position. And you don't always have the luxury of planning for later. Now, Hank Hendricks can say at any point, I'm going to go somewhere else. But you got 2 or 3 guys that are going to compete today or whenever, the first chance they get. They are competing today, just not out on the field. But you've also got somebody there that you're looking at and saying, if we can keep this thing together, this guy's our future at that position. So I understand why he did it. I understand why they wanted him to do it. I understand why some people might not be real thrilled about it. But at the end of the day, I think this is the right move.
Well, if I'm his coach in high school, If I'm Casey Dick, I wouldn't be happy about
Well,
it.
right.
I'm losing my quarterback that threw for 3,500
Sure.
yards and 32 touchdowns last year.
Absolutely.
And had no idea it was coming.
Because if they lose a ball game or two, the people aren't, and you know this, man, high school fans can be as brutal as college fans, sometimes even more so. And hey, if they don't win every game people think they ought to, nobody's going to care that his quarterback's not there anymore.
So if you're Fayetteville High School, what quarterback do you go get? Because in today's transfer world, you can do that.
I know.
You can play anywhere.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know enough about it.
It's the same. It's very similar to college, other than are you
Can
getting
Kane
paid?
Archer come back to high school?
Yeah.
Can Kane Archer get another year of high school
Can he file
eligibility?
a lawsuit?
Yeah, can he reclassify the other way?
Do we need to get
Oh,
somebody
wait, is
to
that going to
cover-
happen? Or when are
how stupid
there
is
are
this?
already high school players in some states that are eligible to be paid.
Oh yeah.
I know.
Oh yeah.
It's all so stupid. Like, it's enough to drive you insane when you really just sit down and start thinking about it and how, just all the parts to it, right? Like what you just mentioned, Bo, about in some states, high school athletes can now get paid and have NIL deals. In Arkansas now, starting January 1, NIL payments are exempt from state income tax. Everybody else got to pay state income tax, but NIL is exempt from that, right? And you just go down the list of all the things that have happened, how much money people are making. It's enough to make anybody go insane.
One thing I do think should be pointed out, this is not the kids, if you assign blame in this, if to you this is disaster, all the things Bart just told, this is terrible, it's not the kids' fault.
No, it is not.
It's the adults in the room that made all
Bingo.
this stuff happen. I mean, we're the ones that did it, and I mean that collectively. And
Chuck, you had a lot to do with it.
Chuck had a lot to do with it.
But I mean, the kids are just,
They're not kids anymore. I mean,
yes, they are.
They're adults.
Yes, just because you put money in somebody's pocket or a lot of money in their bank account does not make them an adult. It just makes them a rich kid.
What's an adult?
It makes them a rich kid.
Is it
That's
18
all
or
it does.
21?
I don't care about what the chronological number is. You can be 25 and still be a child. You can be 17 and going on 30, like Edward was, I'm sure. But you can you can put a number on there if you feel like you need to, but it's the adults in the room that are making all these decisions. And
where are they? Where are the adults making the decisions? Because that's the problem. We don't have those people.
Probably at an Omni hotel somewhere.
They're the ones that have screwed it up. They're the ones that can't be trusted to save themselves from themselves.
Well, I know we got to hit a break here, but we keep saying this and we keep talking about it like it's just there's a black hole over there, and we're talking about they and them and whatever. It's state lawmakers that did this.
That's why I'm saying the adults in the room. That's
State
what I'm
lawmakers.
saying.
Like, you talk about income tax, Bart.
Yeah.
It's because the reason there's no state income tax on NIL is because we'd be at a massive competitive disadvantage if we had it. Like, why would you come to school here and make $500,000 if you can go to Texas and make $500,000 without state income tax?
Yeah, but nobody has to pay it there.
That is boy, that subject right there will get people going. That state tax thing. That'll get them going. I don't know what I think about that. I mean, I got to be honest.
I wasn't
understand the
offering an
reason for
opinion
doing
on it. I'm just saying, I
understand
think that's part of the discussion is to explain. All right, this is what they were thinking. Was it the right thing? I mean, maybe not. If we didn't have to if none of us had state income taxes, we could just put some more discretionary money towards our Oaklawn account. Oaklawn Sports. College football championship coming up Monday. Is Indiana still an 8.5-point favorite? 9-point favorite? What are they? We got NFL playoffs underway.
NFL playoffs underway. The national championship game. Indiana a 9-point favorite in that game. Bills Broncos is a pick'em. Seahawks a 7.5-point favorite over the 49ers. Patriots 3-point favorite over the Texans. Rams a 4-point favorite in Chicago against the Bears.
All right, new customers earn up to $1,000 in bonus bets. Bet with Oaklawn Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app.
You guys are part of my family. Everyone that listens to this show is just part of the Chuck and Bo family. We're building a community here.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by Teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com. Looking for the perfect light beer to kick off the new year? Flight by Yuengling raises the bar for light beers. With just 95 calories, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of a Yuengling, but it's a light beer. Grab a Flight at your favorite store or ask your bartender and take your beer game to new heights. It's perfect for the holidays or watching a game. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like Walk-Ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine, like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites, like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
The nation's best home court advantage lives inside Bud Walton Arena. The Razorbacks are back inside the Basketball Palace of Mid-America, and Coach Calipari and the Hogs need you there and need you loud all season long. A limited number of single-game tickets are available right now. Just head over to ArkansasRazorbacks.com and purchase yours today.
I want to see you and Bart in the old three-legged race.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Let me just...
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, if you're thinking about buying or selling a home, now more than ever, it's important to partner with a well-trained real estate professional, someone who understands all the ins and outs of the game and makes sense of all the things we read about in the real estate market every day. That's why I've partnered with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, from the very beginning. And that's why I recommend them to you. I remember the first time I bought a home. I didn't have any idea what was going on. They did, fortunately, and they guided me through the process. They listened, and perhaps that's the most important thing. You want someone on your side of the table who understands your needs and who listens. Now, they've got offices in Northwest Arkansas. They're in Fayetteville and Bentonville. They're in the River Valley as well in Fort Smith. You hear us talking about their office in Branson. You're going to see their yellow signs all over town, and you can log on to WeicherGriffin.com. Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978.
When it comes to any kind of construction, you need to know and be able to depend on who you're dealing with. When it comes to your roof or a remodel, Teamwork Roofing and Construction builds everything using only the best materials, including Malarkey shingles that perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Your roof is more than just shingles. It protects your home, your business, and everything inside, residential or commercial, simple or complex. Teamwork Teamwork Roofing and Construction has the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget, treating every job like it's their own. They do what they say, show up when they say they will, and when the job's done, it's like they were never there, except for a brand new roof or a remodel. And they now do cabinetry. Get the customer care and reliability you can count on. Visit teamworkbuilt.com. That's teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Built on quality, powered by teamwork.
The Chuck and Bo Show on Demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park, with full replays available on YouTube and Twitter. Or catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search The Chuck and Bo Show.
Are you owning the day? Like, if you're not, at that point, it's still early enough to get your butt in gear, right?
Can I point something out here? It's okay to drag in the morning. It's okay. I mean,
You're not helping this.
I don't care. We're not a self-help show.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm beginning to think that maybe we should.
I think I've seen a real change in Bart.
I don't know.
I've seen a real change.
I've seen a real change in Bart, too.
What does that mean?
It means I've seen a real change.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
I don't know that I like that.
We got John Sunvold at 8 o'clock. What I was going to get into, and then we talked about Hank Hendricks reclassifying, coming to Arkansas, committing, not foregoing his senior year of high school. 5 softball players named to the top 100, Bart?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Look, I think number
that are coming
7,
in? Or that are on the team
just
now?
On the team.
I got
you. One of them was a transfer from Arizona, Dakota Kennedy. But Robin Herron, Ella McDowell, Reagan Johnson, Peyton Burnham, all returning players from last year's team. This is going to be another really good team. They're preseason number 7. I personally think they're going to have a chance to be better than they were last year. This is the deepest pitching staff that Arkansas has ever had, which is a really, really good thing to have in this league because that helps you win series, especially on the road. And look, I think Arkansas is going to be in the mix for the SEC title this year. Which is a mouthful because look, Oklahoma is very, very good, obviously. Texas is very, very good, obviously. They came into the league and made things a lot tougher. I think Arkansas has taken a big jump forward.
Arkansas is so good in so many things.
Yeah.
Trying to get there in football.
Yeah.
But softball has become, and I know you've been on the bandwagon for a few years, but it's become something more and more people are paying attention to because they're good. And when you go to a game, it's fun.
Yeah.
And it moves fast, and you're not fighting massive crowds. It's more
convenient. You don't have to pay for parking.
You know, all of those things. It is becoming more of a spectator sport. You know, track's always been good. It's not necessarily a spectator sport. Golf, they're good at golf. They hadn't necessarily been a spectator sport. This is one where you go, sit in the stands, have a good time, and they're pretty good.
The SEC networks help softball a lot,
huge.
maybe more than any other sport in the league.
One of the great benefits of the SEC network, which, by the way, is hands down way better than the other networks.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
Imagine every sip and bite feels like you're celebrating the finer things in life. Chef Shiloh and the bartenders at Tusker's Tavern in Fayetteville have just dropped new menu items celebrating a cocktail culture and culinary craftsmanship. Daily happy hour, 5 to 6:30. 20% off wine by the glass and $5 local draft beer. And for fun, they've created Unhappy Hour, Monday through Wednesday from 9 to 11 p.m. with the same specials. It's Tusker's Tavern at the corner of Mission and Crossover in Fayetteville. I love a day or weekend at Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark, and members enjoy it all. State-of-the-art practice facilities, food, beverages, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, tennis and pickleball courts, and they can even book you an exclusive fly fishing trip. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. It's Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. It's home away from home.
High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
Donuts, Red Bull, and lottery tickets. I mean, how could you want anything
Courtesy
more?
of the Chuck and Bo Show.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like Walk-Ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine, like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites, like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B, it's a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag, still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
When you're looking for tough, reliable equipment for people you trust, WT Equipment delivers. WT Equipment is a local, family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And they've built their reputation by carrying the brands you know and depend on. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, and Steel, they have the equipment and implements to get the job done right. Whether you're tackling a big job or everyday work, WT Equipment offers a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance, including compact track loaders, skid steers, excavators, and more. Their lots are packed and ready to move with special deals you don't want to miss. Bobcat is the industry leader, tough, reliable, and built to handle any job you throw at it. Nobody does light construction or hay and forage better than WT Equipment. Backed by trusted service and support long after the sale. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment location today or log on to WTEquip.com. Tools you trust and people you know.
Previously heard on the Chuck and Bo Show.
So I think it was Saturday. I went to go get something for lunch, right? And I went to a local establishment that has a drive-through, right? I wanted a cheeseburger, right?
Is it a fast food place, or they just have a to-go lane?
No, I mean it's a drive-through.
It's a drive-through, and you went to get a cheeseburger.
Yeah,
okay,
that's right.
All right.
And I pull into the drive-through. I order my food. They ask for a name for the order, and I gave them my name.
Mark. They called you Mark.
No. The guy said, "How's your pops Homer doing?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh man, I haven't heard that one before." So, I was like, "Well, we're off to a rip-roaring start here."
Did you say clever or something like that?
Yeah, I said, "That's funny." Get to the window, and the total was like $14.94 or something like that. Almost $15, not quite $15.
What all did you have in this order?
It was a burger and fries.
That was it?
That was it. I hand the guy a $20 bill, and he takes the $20 bill and is fixing change or like, putting it in the cash register, whatever. And he turns to me and is like, "Do you want your change, or would you like to leave it as a tip?"
Yeah.
And your response was?
$5 and something at the drive-thru. Right?
What'd you say?
I said, "No, I want my change."
Did you say it like that?
I said.
I think you probably did, Chuck.
I was like, I'd like my change. Yes, please. And so the guy hands me back his change, or hands me back my change, and then sticks a tip jar out the window. And I'm like, what is?
He wanted his tip.
What is going on here? I'm at the drive-thru. This is inappropriate.
The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
I picked up a bag of donuts, the little chocolate donuts. Chuck ate the whole thing.
That's not true. That is not true.
He ate the entire bag.
That's not true.
And then,
in one setting.
And then went to have his eye procedure done in the afternoon. And they were going to put him under. And they said, have you eaten in the last 24 hours? And he said, only a whole bag of donuts.
And then on top of that, I ate a kolache when I was headed home.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "What's heard on the Chuck and Bo Show?"
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
South Carolina and Arkansas tonight at 8 o'clock. Darius Acott.
Same message as always. Just play together. Let's be more smarter with the ball offense. We had a lot of bad turnovers that led to, bad defense and transition. So just being more careful with the ball on offense and, just play together. Nothing really changed. We just, had a rough loss on the road.
We all kind of forgot or tried to forget about the game in Auburn on Saturday. Cal said after the game, wasn't my team. Burn the tape, and we'll just move on.
He said Monday night, he said, I had my assistants watch the tape and go over the tape with the team. Now, I'm sure he probably had a few things to say about it, but he's been, that's the first thing he said, not my team.
John Sundvold's going to call the game tonight on the SEC Network, and he's joining us now on the Chuck and Bo Show. John, great to have you on. Hope you're well.
Good morning, John.
I am doing great, Chuck. Good morning, Bo. Good morning to you guys.
Appreciate you hopping on with us. Your thoughts on Arkansas so far, and then what happened at Auburn on Saturday?
I think I just lost you. Hello.
Are you with us?
Oh, no.
We need to reconnect. This phone system gets worse every day.
Jeez.
It's every day.
That's the straw right there. I'm gonna snap right now about this phone system.
That's it. We need a real phone system. It's every day. And it's a game tonight that South Carolina is. I don't know if there's a line out yet. We'll look, but at South Carolina is probably a decent underdog in. But for Arkansas, it's really about just getting a good vibe going again.
I think it's about Arkansas tonight. Now, Michie Johnson. I mean, South Carolina's got weapons, but I think it's about Arkansas tonight.
10.5, Arkansas.
Wow. 10.5 points. Thank you, Edward, on the spot. All right, John, we got you back. Thoughts on Arkansas so far, and what happened Saturday at Auburn?
Well, best thing, and you guys said it, if Cal burned the tape, then I didn't have to watch the tape. So I just know, obviously, the Razorbacks are really good, like really, really good. Auburn can be Auburn in their place. And Chuck, you were there. So, when you look at this league, you start trying to picture who can win the league. Like, which teams are capable? We saw Alabama last night really play unbelievably well after they were down 14. I mean, that was. I don't want to say I was shocked, but I was shocked because Mississippi State is not a bad team, and they were rolling. But if you told me pick two teams, maybe three, I'm going Alabama, I'm going Arkansas, I'm going Florida, only because what Florida's done the last couple games, only if their guards, and you guys know Boogie because he was here, if he's good, then Florida's good. But, let's take the Razorbacks. With that point guard, Darius is as good as anybody in the country. They can play with anybody. They can beat anybody. And I think it's the progression, as Cal's teams always do, because they're younger at times than some of these older teams, where they progress. But Saturday was a game that, I don't know, Cal's the best at it. Hey, those games happen, and they happen to everybody. If you watched TV last night, Iowa State, it happened to them.
Mm-hmm.
Oklahoma's not a bad team, and they kind of got blitzed at home. I like the Razorbacks all season. I think they're going to have a great year.
John, what do you see when you watch Acuff play?
A guy that plays a different level game, just a totally different level. I mean, he's a pro. Where we watch some guys, Chuck, and think he might be a pro, this guy could be drafted. Or in today's world, we know guys will get drafted only because they're projecting 3 years out or 4 years out. But, a lot of us watch a kid and go, well, he's got a long way to go. Not with Acuff. It was really funny watching the Ole Miss game. Rarely do we see it in high school, used to see it once in a while in college, where a coach simply says, let's go 1-4 low. I'm going to put the ball in the hands of the best player out front. My other 4 guys are on the offense on the baseline. My guy's going to be your guy in game over. And Chris Beard said that after the game. He said, hey, I hope you enjoyed Acuff coming to Oxford because you won't see him again. You know what? He controls the tempo. Not a selfish guy. He gives the ball up. He shoots the ball, scores the ball. The body's big, size, really everything. I mean, it's fun to watch. Guys like that are just fun to watch, and it's a treat. It's a treat that's not a straight to the pros from high school. So at least we can see certain guys like Darius at least 1 year.
John, what do you think the ceiling for Arkansas is this year?
In the landscape of college basketball, I think they're on a tier right below the Arizona, Michigan, couple of those teams. But I think there's only a couple of those teams up top. So that means you're right there. I always say it every year when I watch Arkansas. My favorite kid from Missouri, Trevin Brazile, he's always a factor. Every time I do a game, I think he's a huge factor. And you guys have seen it. We've all seen it. When Trevin does what he can do, he doesn't have to do more, but when he does what he can do, makes threes, rebound, block shots, stay out of foul trouble, make the right play at the right time, then Arkansas is different. They're different. You guys saw that at Texas Tech. Like, he's a difference maker. So you mix in the young talent, the NBA young talent, and a kid like Brazile, and there's no reason why they can't be at the end of the year, one of the favorites when you get in the tournament, depending on what the brackets are, depending on how it lines up. Because when the ball is in a guy's hands that's going to be one of the top picks for the draft, and then you surround him with enough ability, great ability, unlimited, right? Can they rebound with some of these crazy physical teams? You've already played Houston. So there's nobody now, because of Cal, the way he's scheduled, when you play the Michigan States and Houstons and Dukes, that no one's going to surprise you on how they play. They're not going to be caught off guard that we don't understand physicality. But that's because of scheduling. There's some teams that don't schedule, and they get in that tournament, and all of a sudden they run against a Houston or somebody and go, oh, wow, we can't do this. Arkansas can't.
John, I ask this because you've been out there and you know. What's involved in a defense becoming connected? When you look at Arkansas right now and some of the other teams around the country, great offensively, lapses at times defensively, a lot of new players in some instances. How does all that happen during the course of a season?
Chuck, communication, loud voices, talking, personalities. There are always certain players that are quiet players that don't say enough. And coaches beg players to say more. And that's what defense is. That's how you become connected. Obviously, you're coached to do a certain thing defensively, how you're going to play, what you're going to play. But it's a communication. And then the second part, it's probably there's a sacrifice to it. Of, as 5 guys, whatever 5 are on the floor, there's a sacrifice to and a pride as to how that group's going to defend. But again, I go back to if you have a quiet team Coaches hate quiet teams that don't talk, don't communicate. And on the other side, if you've got even if it's one vocal guy, if it's a big guy that's vocal that can see from the back end what's going on, where the screens are, where the ball's going, I think that's the biggest key.
What do you think about this matchup tonight, South Carolina and Arkansas?
Well, South Carolina's a team that a bunch of new faces, except a couple old faces. You guys mentioned Meechie Johnson. I think, was it a couple years ago they came in and got a win?
Yeah.
The key for South Carolina, they're well coached. They play solid defense. When you go on the road, can you make enough shots? Can Meechie Johnson make some kind of crazy shots because he'll shoot them? Can Miles Studi, instead of just making 1 or 2 threes, can he make 5 or 6 threes? I think that's the key. South Carolina comes in here. They're solid. But are they as good as the Razorbacks? No. And they got to go on the road. So when you're on the road, yes, play good defense. The key is you've just got to make shots. And if they can do that, if there's a good pace to the game, and most people will say, well, you don't want to run with certain teams. There's a true and false. If you're shooting the ball well, I think you can run. And I think if you have guards that can shoot it and score like South Carolina does, running's not so bad. It takes away the size advantage of anybody. If you've got smaller guards, if you're up and down the floor, size doesn't matter. So as a broadcaster watching tonight, I hope that South Carolina comes out, shoots the ball well, and gets the Razorbacks' attention early so that it becomes really a great game. But Razorbacks, to me, favored, coming off a bad loss. The Gamecocks going to have to really, from the start, be ready to play.
John Sundvold is going to call the game with Mike Morgan tonight on the SEC Network at 8 o'clock. We talked briefly about just the upside for Arkansas and where you put them nationally. What about to win the league? Who's your favorite to win the league?
Well, since we're on your network, I think Arkansas is my favorite. There's something about when you have a lead guard like Acom. There's something about it. And there's so many pieces around it that he doesn't have to carry the show. I don't know everybody's schedule. Like, I don't know where it all lays out. But I do like the Razorbacks. I just think there's some odd reason. I think the mix that they have this year is a really, really good mix. So I'm going to pick the Razorbacks.
John, we always appreciate the time, man. Thanks so much, and enjoy the game tonight.
Thank you, John.
All right, Bo. Chuck, take care. We'll see you later.
All right,
good stuff from John Sundvold, SEC Network basketball analyst, again on the call with Mike Morgan tonight.
I hear more and more, and Sundvold's a basketball guy, played at Mizzou, played in the NBA, knows the game. I hear more and more basketball people, and have the last week, 10 days, Arkansas is going to win the league. They're the one team. Now, I thought Alabama played last night, the first time Alabama's played like I thought Alabama would play. So we might better look out for those guys. But I hear more people say than I did 2-3 weeks ago, Arkansas is going to win the league.
And Arkansas had a really bad game the other night. And
some of that's been said since the Auburn game.
Yeah.
Still since the Auburn game.
But until that game, we all were thinking that. And they need to come back out. And can they get the job done? Can they get back on track tonight and have a great game at home? That's the next step. Getting the job done is brought to you by WT Equipment. Every job has its challenges, tough terrain, tight spaces, short timelines. Whatever the obstacles, Bobcat is ready. The legendary Bobcat can be found at WT Equipment, along with other trusted brands like New Holland, Hustler, Steel. If you've got light construction work that needs to be done, they can help you. They're family-owned, locally operated dealership, 8 locations. Whether you're running a farm or managing a job site, WT Equipment is your spot. WTEquip.com, helping you get the job done. I don't know if anybody else is having fun, but this is a blast for me.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly local banking with First Security. Think better. Member FDIC.
Hey folks, Chuck Barrett here, the voice of the Razorbacks. And if you're ready for freedom from glasses or contacts, there's only one name you need to know: McDonald Eye Associates. Whether it's LASIK, clear lens exchange, or advanced cataract surgery, they've got the solution to help you see your best, no matter your age. Doctors Betts and Mangarelli are the real deal, two of the most experienced surgeons anywhere. They've even taken care of my eyes, and now I'm seeing the basketball court crystal clear. I'm so glad I chose McDonald Eye, and you will be too.
Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by Teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com.
Did you know Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas? That means nobody sells more cars, trucks, or SUVs than Chevy of Fayetteville. They've been a part of our community for over 25 years. They're supporters of our local schools and the Razorbacks. And they're the best after the sale. An award-winning service and parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris Mark in Denver and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Hey, I'm sorry if this makes too much sense. I am more than happy to hear where I'm off on this.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
The Chuck and Bo Show on Demand is proudly driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. We've been talking about them for a number of years. The truth is, they've been Northwest Arkansas's premier vehicle dealership for really as long as I can remember. There are lots of reasons for that. Starts with great brands: Honda, Acura, Chevy, Toyota. And then they've got the largest pre-owned selection that you're going to find anywhere. Trusted names. And they're all right here at the Fayetteville Auto Park. But what really separates them is what happens after the sale. You want to know your vehicle can be serviced by people you trust, right where you bought it. And that's exactly what you get at Fayetteville Auto Park. An award-winning service department and an award-winning collision center, all under one roof. It really is your one-stop automobile headquarters. They've been in business for 25 years. That's a long time. Built on trust, relationships, top-tier service. That's how you stay around as long as they have. The Fayetteville Auto Park. Drive with confidence.
Looking for the perfect light beer to kick off the new year? Flight by Yuengling raises the bar for light beers. With just 95 calories, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of a Yuengling, but it's a light beer. Grab a Flight at your favorite store or ask your bartender and take your beer game to new heights. It's perfect for the holidays or watching a game. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
You're going to be there, right?
Maybe.
Well, I'm saving you a seat.
I'm giving it the big maybe.
The hard maybe.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Awful announcing. I just saw this. As the athletic survey shows declining support for Pat McAfee on College Game Day. Burke Magnus of ESPN responded, "I say that people vote with their remote control, so if 3 straight seasons of record-high audiences for College Game Day are any measurement of declining support, then sign me up for Pat McAfee." What do you think of Pat McAfee? You like Pat McAfee on College Game Day?
I think he's okay. I think Saban's a really big draw too. I think Saban's a big part of those numbers. But yeah, I think Pat McAfee's helped the ratings for that show for sure.
I think the field goal stuff, all of that they do it's just College Game Day's gotten better. David's in Searcy. David, good morning.
Good morning, guys. I may be the only guy in the bunch that had never seen it before, but I saw a video came on my phone one day last week where Bobby Knight was talking about John Wooden. Have y'all seen that one? He said that
what did he say?
He said Coach Wooden was a great coach, but he had absolutely no respect for him, nor would he ever have any respect for the man, because all he did was pick out the players all across the country he wanted, and then he would tell Sam Gilbert to go get them. In other words, however much money it took, bring them here. And I had never heard that, so I did a little research, and apparently he was telling the truth. But that's not why I called. Listen, let's never say that I won't risk ridicule or the semblance of ignorance in a question, because that's the only way I can learn. I understand that the players got an extra year because of COVID, and I assume that has probably elapsed now. But it appears to me that anyone can play 5 years now, and Chambliss is even trying to play 6, but I think so far he's been denied. But what I want to know is, when did the decision come that everybody can play 5? And if that's not correct, correct me on that. But I can't understand it, because I must have missed when it actually happened. And I appreciate you guys.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah, thanks, David. Well, I think they're trying to figure that out now. They're trying to get to a rule that makes it 5 years a limit. Whether you have a medical red shirt, a regular red shirt, whatever it is, it's 5 years. That's your window to play college football. But that's not what they're talking about at these coaches meetings in San Antonio, this national coaches conference they have every year. They're talking about changing the red shirt rule from 4 games being the limit you could play to qualify for a red shirt to 9 games.
Well, one of the things, too, and we tend to focus on development and things like that, what if you're a junior and you miss 5 games with an ankle injury? You get the season back. Mm-hmm. You miss 4 games with an ankle injury, you get the whole season back.
I guess the question is, why are we so concerned about increasing how long somebody can play in college?
Because they're getting paid.
And right now, what we have is all these one-off waivers that people file for. And then if they don't get them, they take the NCAA to court. I mean, it's like every rule is that challenges somebody's. Now that people can make money, it becomes even a bigger deal if you're going to take it away from them, like Chambliss, for example.
Well, here's the thing about the Chambliss thing. And I'm not a lawyer, but if I was, boy, this would be a case that would just whet my appetite. I mean, there's all kinds of legal possibilities, right? Or you can come at it from 1,000 different angles. Is this really the best decision for Trinidad Chambliss? To play another year of college football at Ole Miss and to not go to the NFL? I'm not talking about how much money he's going to make next year at Ole Miss versus what he'd make next year in the NFL. I'm not talking about next year. I'm talking about the years after next year. Because even if he is granted this waiver, and just for the record, I think he will be. I think they'll win in court. But what has he really gained as a football player? It's going to be a landmark-type decision. We're going to be talking about it. Again, if I was a lawyer, I'd want to be knee-deep in it. This is where the action is. But is this really good for Trinidad Chambliss? I'm not a football guy. I'm not a football coach. I'm not a guy that should be advising somebody on what to do in terms of their football ability. But I do look at this and I wonder, who's really the winner in this if he's granted another year? Is he really the winner? Are the lawyers really the winners? You can damn sure bet they will be. But who really wins in this if he's granted that extra year? I don't know the answer. Do you?
Is he an NFL quarterback?
Well, I don't know.
I don't know if he's an NFL quarterback.
Why would he not be?
I mean, is he a prospect in it?
Who are we talking about?
Chambliss.
Yeah, he's like number 4 on Mel Kiper's quarterback board. Yeah,
he is. Okay, so why isn't he going to the NFL?
It beats me. Honest to God, it beats me. He's getting some bad advice from people close to him.
I'm not going to go that far because I don't know all the ins and outs of it. But this does puzzle me because I do agree that it's a huge case.
So here's my point would be, like, if you're a college player and you're not going to the NFL. Like, you probably don't have an NFL future. And
I can see that. That's a no-brainer.
That's where.
But this is not the case here.
Right.
This is not a guy that you look at and go, he's going to be a great college player. He's never going to pitch or play or throw or do anything in the pros.
There's a difference, too, and I hear people talking about this sometime, is like, well, you don't really, like, see this type of thing happening in basketball, right? Like, yeah, you've got the transfer portal. You've got, guys getting paid, guys making money. Sure. But I feel like guys in basketball are getting way better advice. Like, I feel like there's way better leadership in basketball in college basketball right now than there is in college football. Like, guys, go get drafted, go start your clock, go get to that second contract, go get the benefits and the pension and all the stuff that comes with being a professional athlete. Go get that stuff. It's going to be better for your life. And guys are doing that. That's not happening right now in college football because of the instant gratification of getting that
$4 million.
$4 million, that one-time $4 million payment.
Or 6.5. We got to hit a break. We'll ask Brandon Marcello.
And those are rare cases, too, getting that much money.
8:27. Good morning. Chuck has a little bit of a bad habit of getting on Facebook and buying things.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, it's Bo, and it seems like every day somebody else is asking me about the Sweatnum Edge. It's real. It's a new me. It can be a new you. It's completely changed my energy level and my exercise gains. My mind's clearer. I sleep better. Life's just more enjoyable. If you get drained in the afternoon, or maybe you just can't shake that weight, do what I did. Take the Sweatnum Edge. It's a free consultation. You get your results, and they'll give you a game plan. Just search the Sweatnum Edge or log on to SweatnumCosmetic.com. Kids, there's never a good deal good enough with a bad person. Still a bad deal.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Ryan Silverfield has my attention.
Oh, yeah? Well, okay.
Has my attention.
Okay.
Is this like the seal of approval?
Look at that.
Well,
Are we moving closer to the Bart seal of approval?
The man hasn't coached a game yet here.
Yeah.
But he has your attention.
He has my attention for what he's doing in the transfer portal. When
y'all better put him in the Heisman.
Sure.
Pay attention.
Look, when you see these initial transfer portal rankings, you expect them to change pretty rapidly over the course of the portal period as some of the big dogs in the sport, get after it and start signing players and everything. But when you look at what Arkansas has done in the portal, they've been hanging around the top 10 this entire time in terms of portal class rankings. 10th right now in the country, according to 24/7 Sports. 11th via On3. They're doing a great job in the portal, but what, at least it appears that way, right? We have no idea how these guys are going to play at Arkansas, right? But it appears that things are going well. Here's what caught my attention yesterday. Maryland transfer corner Lakai Rowland signed with Arkansas. Starter at Maryland, had a good year as the starter at Maryland. They're, you could say their best player in the defensive backfield. That alone is eye-grabbing, and a starter from a Power 4 conference school. He visited Ohio State, right? And Ohio State fans were really pissed off that they didn't get this guy. And that he came to Arkansas.
At First Security Bank, banking isn't one size fits all. It's personal because everyone's financial journey looks a little different. From managing day-to-day spending, to running a small business, to helping your kids learn more smart money habits, or taking that big step toward buying a home. At First Security, you get the services you expect, the technology you need, and the real support of local people who live here, know the community, and take the time to understand what you're trying to accomplish. Life moves fast, and having a bank that moves with you makes a difference. Whether you prefer stopping by a branch, banking on the app, or picking up the phone to talk with someone who actually knows your name, First Security is there. They offer smart tools like mobile banking, bill pay, and mobile check deposit, along with thoughtful solutions like flex banking for kids, checking built for small businesses, and local mortgage lenders who guide you through the home buying process. Choose the power of personal. Bank better at First Security. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You know, Oaklawn in Hot Springs is where excitement, luxury, and nonstop action come together, all in one unforgettable destination. The Oaklawn Casino Resort features a 24/7 smoke-free casino with more than 1,500 slot machines, plus blackjack, craps, roulette, along with great dining, live entertainment, and energy that goes all night. When it comes time to relax, check into the luxury hotel, enjoy award-winning restaurants like the Bugler, and unwind at the Astral Spa, Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa. And it's the perfect escape with Hot Springs National Park and beautiful scenic lakes just minutes away. And for sports fans, Oaklawn Sportsbook keeps the action going year-round. Bet on football, basketball, baseball, golf, and more. Even international sports with easy deposits and withdrawals, all through America's best sports betting app. Oaklawn is your Hot Springs escape. Plan your visit today at oaklawn.com. The Chuck and Bo Show on Demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Part, with full replays available on YouTube and Twitter, or catch up on all 3 hours with a podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search The Chuck and Bo Show.
Get up. You got to get up. You got to go. You're going to feel worse if you don't. Feel better now.
I don't know about
Hate
that.
it later.
You might feel better staying in bed.
You will. You will.
That's an embellishment. You might feel better staying in bed.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
We got the playoffs, the championship game coming up Monday night in Miami. Indiana, a big favorite in this game. And Arkansas is a big favorite in the game against South Carolina tonight, by the way, as well. But the coaches are meeting in San Antonio. College football is great on the field, but all the things happening off the field. We bring in Brandon Marcello to just talk about it all, covering college football on a regular basis, daily for CBS
Every
Sports.
single day.
247 Sports as well. Brandon, good morning.
Hey, Brandon.
What's up, guys?
Well, what's up is you got a guy like Ty Simpson being offered $6.5 million from Miami not to go to the NFL. Man, Brandon, like, are we going to have a $10 million player in college football in the next couple, 3 years?
Oh, yeah, probably. I mean, the money keeps going up. I mean, it's practically doubled what the asking price was for a quarterback just a year ago. And unless there's, we continue to go down this road where there's no real guardrails, rules, a real cap, I think that's most definitely possible.
Let me ask you this, because we were kicking this around today, and we have no idea. Where is this whole thing going? Like, where do we end up 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the road? I don't know if anybody knows, but, like, where do you think we're headed?
It's a great question. I don't know. No one knows. Some people act like they know, but they don't. The reality is, as much as maybe some people would hate to say it, they need Congress to step in and provide some rules that are the rule of the land, some laws. And to be quite honest, a lot of these schools need the antitrust protection, and it's just such a complicated matter. We've been talking about this for the better part of really 3-4 years, and nothing really has happened. I know some people say there's been headway, and I don't necessarily think so, because, we've barely gotten anything done in Congress or anything like that. We haven't seen any votes of any sort, just a lot of committee talk. And, the CSC, the new College Sports Commission, says they're trying to crack down and everything. And, listen, college sports has been in the position for 100-plus years where if you want to, quote-unquote, cheat or go above or bend the rules, people are going to find ways to do that. And until there's actual laws of the land of some sort, I think that'll continue. And even after that happens, I think, we'll continue to hear stories or murmurs about schools or players or anything like that bending the rules.
Brandon, we hear a lot of talk about a salary cap, and forgive me for not knowing. Is this something? Does Congress have to get in? What has to happen for a salary cap to be implemented?
Yeah, I mean the expectation was with after the House settlement was done that the creation of the new College Sports Commission through these participation agreements with these schools would be able to set this cap and be able to police it, much like the NCAA. But the idea was because the College Sports Commission would only really deal with the power conferences or anybody who opted into this House settlement, that they would be a little bit more mobile, a little bit more agile, because they'd be looking at a smaller percentage of schools and schools that they would be working with every day, and that they would be able to enforce some of these things. Now, the issue is that you're dealing still with quite a bit of schools, and you're not on the ground sitting there in the compliance office of every single school looking at every contract as it comes in, or following the players around day to day to make sure that they're not getting money from some other booster or third-party conglomerate to help them, make sure that they play at their favorite school. It's always been kind of silly to me that they'd be able to police this thing at so many places, especially when, the NFL, NBA, say what you will about it, but, that's an organizations that started, as a business. They didn't start as some amateur league that tried to transition into being semi-professional. Also, it's a smaller league with a lot more money to police things. And this is a situation with the power conferences with 60-plus teams. They're trying to transition to being semi-pro. They're starting up a new police enforcement here with the College Sports Commission, and they did so with about 3 people on staff. And now they're just now getting up to 9, maybe 10 here after 6 months. And by the way, they still have not had their school sign a participation agreement to be even part of this or agree to what they've laid down as their guidelines and rules. It's a mess. Everybody in college sports for forever, it's always been let's tweak things. Let's tweak. Let's not make a big change and make the change that we need to see for everything to work. It's always been baby steps towards something, and that's the reason why this whole system has been failing for the better part of the last 10 years.
I know we're a little in the weeds today on this stuff, but it's just like trying to figure out what's happening. And I always come back to because we're in Arkansas. Okay, well, how does Arkansas compete in this environment? And so I'll go there now. I want to ask you about the red shirt rule too. What the purpose of the 4 versus 9 games is. But like, it's hard as a fan to hear or read about college football and not think that the only way that you're ever going to be a contender is if you become a $20-30 million player paid operation on top of the rev share. And is there any other way to look at it right now? And I appreciate, I do, the efforts that go on with the athletic department and this Link U thing they announced, and they're trying to attach all these things that can maybe bring in some revenue. But really, at the end of the day, that feels like peanuts compared to what's happening in college athletics. Like, Texas Tech went out and did what they did, and if you think that Texas A&M is going to let that happen again, or Texas, where Tech is spending more than they did on their roster, we're crazy. Like, people are going to just, now it's like, oh, okay, that's what we're doing. Okay, we're going to go get all the billionaires in our alumni base, and we're going to figure this out.
Yeah, everybody's playing fantasy general manager and the ones with the billionaires or the fan base or boosters are able to provide that money, and they have the outlet in doing so and the organization to do so, are going to continue to be the most successful. And I do think, as you said, just circle Texas Tech and what they did just this past season. They went from a 7-8 win program to being in the playoff with the best roster in the Big 12. And, Cody Campbell, the billionaire who helped not just fund that, but also put in the mechanisms and the structure and brought in the type of people with analytics and scouting to help with all that. He told me a few weeks ago that they're going to be even better next year. You look at all this, and it's easy to say, the ones with all the money are the ones that are going to be most successful. And for the most part, that's going to be true, but there's always going to be busts here and there. But, there are programs out there that can be successful without spending all that money. But, listen, people look at like an Indiana, obviously, and what they've done and everything. And people go, well, they don't really have the money, but they've got a lot of money. They're still spending money up there. They're going above the cap at Indiana. They've got a lot of support. Let's remember, Indiana's got the largest living alumni base in the country. And them having that one great year a year ago, and also the commitment with football, and they were spending money even that first year, has just absolutely put that whole thing on steroids this year, and it's going to put it on steroids next year. I mean, this went from a program where, forget 3-4 years ago, but when Cignetti got there, he brought in a lot of transfers from James Madison that followed him there. Now you look at their transfer class this year. I need to go look at the numbers once again, but he's bringing in much more power conference transfers than he ever has. And it's just been a step-by-step process for them where they went from getting the overlooked talent that's hungry and wants to prove itself and can still develop and at a high ceiling to, now we're bringing in guys that are proven and are Power 5 conference starters. And then all of a sudden they have top 10 recruiting class, and they're spending money to do that. They kind of follow a process and a step-by-step thing, and you got to have great coaching. But I'm actually working on a story about this and talking to general managers across the country in the Big 10 and Big 12. And, they see what Indiana's doing, and they're saying that's not exactly something you can go just duplicate. A lot of this does have to do with coaching, scheming, and finding a way to have these kids completely believe and running the fundamentals and doing the unsexy things so you can look sexy on the field. I mean, Indiana is one of the most disciplined, fundamental football teams on any level in the country. You go watch them, they don't make mistakes, and they got great coaching. Their talent is nowhere near what Miami is when you look at the average star ratings and all that. But they brought in kids that have a lot of production, that have a lot of experience, and they're all wanting to prove everybody wrong. And so they get coached up, and there's so much more discipline. You can do that maybe at other programs, but again, I caution, you're not going to be able to duplicate what Indiana does. That's a completely different situation with a coach who's been moving up through the ranks and has coached with some of the best coaches in America and learned from them and gleaned things from them over the period of 25, 30 years. Name someone else out there that has that type of experience who's going to be a head coach. It's just not.
Or could get hired. Or could get hired.
Exactly.
Guys like that don't get hired except at places like Indiana. That's just the truth.
Yeah, that was what a unicorn hit for them.
Yeah.
All right, we're out of time, but Brandon,
Thank
that
you,
was
Brandon.
great. Always
It was
appreciate the time, man. We'll talk soon. Thank you so much.
All right, see you guys.
Brandon Marcello, CBS Sports, covering college football every day. Tomorrow we'll have Reese Davis on, and we'll get into that championship game a little bit more.
One quick comment there before we go to a break. People say, well, if Indiana can do it, why can't we? Because you don't have Kurt Cignetti. I mean, they hired a once-in-a-lifetime coach. We talk about generational players. He's a generational coach.
I'll tell you another reason why you can't do it when we come back,
Okay.
what Indiana's doing that I don't think we think about very often. It's 8:45. Good morning.
Well, you know, I've got a lot more rhythm than people realize.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Looking for the perfect light beer to kick off the new year? Flight by Yuengling raises the bar for light beers. With just 95 calories, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of a Yuengling, but it's a light beer. Grab a Flight at your favorite store or ask your bartender and take your beer game to new heights. It's perfect for the holidays or watching a game. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time Hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more, they carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag is still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
If you're having issues with your gutters or drainage around the house, you need to call Hog Trough Gutters. They're locally owned and operated with over 30 years of experience. Seamless gutters made on site, trenching and French drains. Plus, they're fully licensed and insured, and every job comes with a 20-year guarantee. Hog Trough Gutters services all of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. Log on to their website, hoggutters.com, to find out more. That's hog, GUTTERS.com. There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. And every Wednesday is Wine Down Wednesday. 15% off every bottle of wine in the store, even if it's already on sale. But when it comes to selection, amazing prices, and unbeatable customer service, Macadoodles and Guess Who in Bentonville is second to none. Wine, beer, and spirits. Stock up for your next party, or just stop by and grab your favorite. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
Hold on, guys. I'm on the Chuck and Bo Show. Hold on.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, if you're thinking about buying or selling a home, now more than ever, it's important to partner with a well-trained real estate professional, someone who understands all the ins and outs of the game and makes sense of all the things we read about in the real estate market every day. That's why I've partnered with Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, from the very beginning. And that's why I recommend them to you. I remember the first time I bought a home. I didn't have any idea what was going on. They did, fortunately, and they guided me through the process. They listened, and perhaps that's the most important thing. You want someone on your side of the table who understands your needs and who listens. Now, they've got offices in Northwest Arkansas. They're in Fayetteville and Bentonville. They're in the River Valley as well, in Fort Smith. You hear us talking about their office in Branson. You're going to see their yellow signs all over town, and you can log on to WeichertGriffin.com. Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978.
When it comes to any kind of construction, you need to know and be able to depend on who you're dealing with. When it comes to your roof or a remodel, Teamwork Roofing and Construction builds everything using only the best materials, including Malarkey shingles that perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Your roof is more than just shingles. It protects your home, your business, and everything inside, residential or commercial, simple or complex. Teamwork Teamwork Roofing and Construction has the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget, treating every job like it's their own. They do what they say, show up when they say they will, and when the job's done, it's like they were never there, except for a brand new roof or a remodel. And they now do cabinetry. Get the customer care and reliability you can count on. Visit teamworkbuilt.com. That's teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Built on quality, powered by teamwork.
The Chuck and Bo Show on Demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park, with full replays available on YouTube and Twitter, or catch up on all 3 hours with a podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search The Chuck and Bo Show. I will confess, I've reached the point in my life when my main goal every day is to get home. So once I'm there, it's going to take quite a bit to get me back out.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
So you were saying, not everybody has Curt Cignetti, and not everybody could have hired Curt Cignetti like Indiana's AD could have. I mean, can you imagine the number of jobs that people would have just gone bananas if they hired James Madison's coach for in the last cycle? But that's not the only reason that you can't replicate what Indiana's doing. And that's because Indiana has the largest alumni base in the country. I mean, they're loaded. And they just now have a reason to tap into it because they got the coach that everybody believes in now. And he was able to have success early, get enough support early, and now he's going to get everything he needs. And not everybody can activate an alumni base that big.
No, and that's a real advantage. Without Curt Cignetti, though, they're the biggest fan base that's not paying attention, just like they were before.
And that's true of a bunch of Big Ten schools, by the way.
No, you're exactly right. Hey, you hire the right guy. But again, nobody's ever done this in the history of college football. That makes the guy doing it pretty special. And the idea that there's just clones of that guy all over the place. Now, I will say this, and Marcelo talked about how he'd kind of, all the stops that he's made. Again, most places don't hire 60-year-old coaches. They just don't. If they did, Willie Fritz would have been the hottest commodity in the offseason.
New year, new ride. Kick off 2026 like Chuck has with his new Silverado. Chevy of Fayetteville, where you enjoy great deals on all the new Silverados, Tahoes, Traverses, Suburbans, and the rest of the award-winning lineup Chevy of Fayetteville has to offer. Go see Chris, Mark, Denver, and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville. We find Bart in the Chevy of Fayetteville Situation Room. Good morning.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
How are we?
Well, same as I was at 6 o'clock.
Yeah,
Well,
pretty good.
Figured I'd
Pretty great.
I like to check on you at the beginning and the end.
Yeah.
So,
What do you have for us?
Well, today is a Razorback anniversary, so to speak. 12 years ago today.
Tied at 85. Hogs don't have a timeout. 5 seconds to go. Madden, right side. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Qualls with the dunk at the buzzer. It goes and Arkansas wins. It goes and Arkansas wins. Qualls with a two-hand finish. Arkansas wins the ball game. They're going to check the replay, but it's going to count, and the Hogs are going to win.
A lot better than the Auburn call the other night that went the other way after the.
Yeah.
That's 12 years ago, Chuck. Wow.
That's hard to believe, man. That's hard to believe.
That's wild, man.
12 years ago.
That was some sort of finish to a game. I mean, against Cal.
I was 15.
Against Kentucky.
15.
I mean, he came out of
remember,
nowhere.
they went back and looked and put a half a second back on, and they threw the ball, and it landed in the scoreboard.
And they kept it up there.
Yeah, kept it up there for a long, long time.
I have a picture of it somewhere.
That was
they left it up there.
That was a night to remember.
Boy, that's a great memory.
12 years ago, wow.
Jason Bateman's 57 today. Happy birthday to him. You know who Jason Bateman is?
I
Starred
do.
in Ozark.
I actually
so
know
many other things.
all the birthdays. Dave Grohl, LL Cool J, Carl Weathers.
All right.
Familiar with all of them.
Did you know it's National Hot Pastrami Sandwich Day?
I do now.
Yeah, and this is I can't quite get involved with this, but somebody might want to. National Dress Up Your Pet Day.
That poor dog.
That
poor dog. Every time I see I think that poor dog.
You see him walking around. It's going to be in the 40s today. We had a beautiful day yesterday.
It's going to warm up today.
But it's
not as warm as yesterday.
No, it's staying in the 40s.
It's going to be 50 today. I'll bet you $1.
Oh, okay. We'll come back and review that tomorrow. Chuck and Bo on Demand, driven by the Fayetteville Auto
Arkansas's
Park.
one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
Buying or selling a home